And we are on.
Mike, I was thinking we need a sponsor for the podcast. I've been working on that on my own, taking initiative. I blew up 3 schools. Israel's still not calling back. So I'm thinking that maybe we get Zippix Toothpicks to sponsor our show. Are you a piece of shit? Of course you are, if you're one of the 12 people listening to this. Stop vaping and get yourself a nicotine toothpick today.
If we got sponsored by Budweiser, it would save me a lot of money.
Holy fuck! We're not there yet. We got. We're not. They won't even. I tried to be a Coors Light guy who get one of these in your face. It's 2 milligrams. This is the best flavor. It's called peppermint watermelon.
2 milligrams of what?
Cum. Nicotine, asshole.
Oh, okay. That doesn't nicotine edible.
That would be wild.
Okay, so you know who you are. You're aware. When you hand me something and it says it's 2 milligrams, I have to ask.
You know what pisses me off is, like, I get it. I get that I'm that guy. And, like, I always hope it's a bit, but it's genuinely not. I'll hand a comedian, like, my one-hitter, or even just a bowl, or even just a joint, and they'll go, what is it? What the fuck we're at a bar. What do you mean, what is it? It's crazy to me.
You know, on our first episode, you talked about doing meth for like a half hour.
Yeah, but I never smoked meth. I would do, like, I call it, so I have the Goldilocks theory. Right?
Because you didn't smoke it doesn't mean you didn't do it, though.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, you know, I call it the ballpoint pen theory.
Okay, explain this one.
If you want to do hard drugs,
okay,
you break off a piece of it the size of a ballpoint pen, especially if it's something extreme like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that with plenty of stuff. What was the other thing I did that with? Probably.
What are we confessing to this week?
Should we open up with a weekly confession? I have a really dark one.
Do I? I don't think I have a confession.
Yeah, that's how you know you're hiding something, dude. My answer was quick.
I don't think I did anything really shitty this week.
Oh, it has to be from this week?
Oh, well, yeah, I was just thinking this week.
I accidentally came on a guy's foot in the Atlanta airport bathroom.
Why? Were you jerking off in the urinal? Or not the urinal, but the
stall, the handicap one. My lawyer would argue that I went the furthest in the corner. Okay. And so what happened was I wasn't able to get hard for this chick like the week before my cousin's wedding, just randomly.
Okay.
Girl I met at a bar, and I was like really depressed about myself. I was
You're way too young to not be able to get hard.
Dude, I started watching porn in 3rd grade. Being around real women is very nerve-wracking. I actually just learned how to fuck like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Not like I lost my virginity a year and a half ago, but
no, I understand.
Like
you can fuck and not know what you're doing.
Dude, I feel like I used to not like sex before because I feel so underconfident in my body and my penis size.
Too in your head about it?
Yeah, so that was what would really fuck with me. But then also, you know, the whole scientific visual thing about porn. So I was like, I'm not going to jerk off. Like, I'm just going to see how long I can go and try and reset myself.
Well, then I have a confession. It's not really like something bad I did or something, but
wait, Mike, I don't want to cut you up, but I didn't get to finish mine, so now it just sounds like I came on a guy's foot for no reason. Like,
I thought that was the first or the beginning and the end of the story.
No.
Okay.
No.
Continue.
I've been talking a lot. I'm sorry. I'll let you go after this one. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
So what happened was I was at my cousin's wedding, staying in the room across from theirs, and then I really couldn't jerk off. So it was like I was very pent up by the time we were ready to go back to, I was ready to fly back.
I probably still would have done it, but...
And so I hadn't watched porn in a week, hadn't even come in a week. I'm at the Atlanta airport on a layover, and I decide I'm going to bust.
Okay.
So I run to the bathroom
During the layover.
Dude, it's a long layover. It's a cheap flight.
All right.
And I go to the bathroom. I go to the handicap stall, so I won't have to be next to somebody shitting, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I'm about to bust, dude. Like, my mind is on fire for, like, looking at porn after a week. And I'm about to bust. The stall opens next to me. And you know, like, when it's already coming out, you can't really stop?
Yeah.
I swear to God, he must have been 7 foot tall, black guy, in business shoes, comes in to take a piss.
The last guy I want to come on.
Well, he put his fucking feet out so wide it was in my side, dude. And I blasted into the corner. And I hit his shoe, and I took off.
Why didn't you aim at the wall?
Well, I was already coming, dude. It was the timing of it. Like,
I just didn't have time to turn.
This man, it must have been like completely overcrowded the urinals, and he just had to get into the stall and start pissing. It was too fast.
What I want to know is, was he aware, or did you just come on his foot, and then he didn't even know, and you just got the fuck out of there before he noticed.
Well, based on the shoe size, I could tell he was black immediately, and I was like, I'm going to die if I don't run away. Like, you ever, like, jam your hard dick back into your pants?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of those. Sorry, go ahead.
I think it's awesome that black people can still be homophobic as fuck, and nobody cares.
Oh, yeah, it's great. But we gotta, you know... How much do we want to take away from this country? Let's just have homophobic blacks.
It's like everybody in this day and age is getting canceled now. Mm-hmm. Fucking, do you know how many times they say faggot in rap songs? Like every other rap song ever made.
I think it's different. Because I think about this a lot. Like,
okay.
why do people get so upset about the N-word and not retard or faggot, right? Mm-hmm. We never owned retards or faggots. It's a whole thing where it's like, we literally used to own you, not we.
Not us. We never did.
My great-grandfather escaped 2 concentration camps. I'm basically black. But it's like, you know, we don't have that history with retards and faggots. That's not what I consider them, by the way.
After you just called them that 3 times.
No, that's the thing, though, is I say those words, and I never mean those 2 groups of people.
Do you know why, people? Because they're just words.
Exactly. But then that's the whole argument. Why don't you just feel that way about the N-word? Because, you know, people just don't.
Because I'm not really worried about, like, a midget beating me up in public.
That's another good point. That's another good point.
That would be part of the reason.
God damn. I was laughing about when you called...
I could take your 3'4" ass. I'm not worried.
Well, what if they're really, really strong?
I mean... They're at knee height. I just basically got to knee him in the face. It's not even that much effort.
Who would win, 1 Mike Mees or 100 midgets?
Oh, 100 midgets for sure.
They overpower.
I don't know if I could take 20 of them.
Imagine being raped by 100 midgets. I feel like just the fact that they're so small and crawly.
What's that shit I'm thinking of where there's that giant and all the little people like pin him down to the ground and they have him tied up? You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
It's like in kids' books and shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I imagine when you said getting raped by 100 midgets is they have me tied down and I'm like the giant.
One of them's the gayest one's just running in through your asshole.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
In and out. It's that loose by like the 80th person. They can just kind of walk into it and walk out. Good times. That's what I was going on. So my confession is I used to be really good at sex. But now, like, I got divorced and me and my wife split up like a year ago. Haven't gotten laid much since then. I like re-virginized myself where I can't like really go past 5 minutes anymore. I get excited like I'm fucking 16 again.
You're such an asshole, dude. Mine was about coming on a black guy's foot in the Atlanta airport. And yours is about, I used to fuck, now I don't fuck so much. But it's alright, though.
That's my confession, is I'm not good at fucking anymore, and I feel bad for my girlfriend. But
I go in and out of that. I'm like a game manager type thing. You know, like I'm Kirk Cousins in non-primetime games.
You're an Alex Smith kind of guy?
I'm an Alex Smith kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're like, I get the job done. It's not the best she's ever had, but it's also not the worst.
We were talking last week about what you do with a joke that you love that's never working.
Yeah.
Talk about one of those. I used to do an announcer voice, like that would read off my sex stats.
Yeah.
Now, he's been watching a lot of tranny porn, Jim, lately. This is his first interaction with a girl in 2 months, so we're going to see how he does out the gate here. Might be a lot of fingering to start. That should be the game plan, if you ask me.
You want to know the move?
What?
The move is, you go down on her first. As long as it takes, make sure she comes.
Uh-huh.
And then, if you come in 3 minutes after that, you don't feel bad anymore. That's been my move.
Yeah.
For a while, I was like, I'll go down on you for a half hour if that's what it takes. Then once I get in there, if I get excited and I come too fast, I don't feel bad anymore.
Interesting. I'm playing on a different ballpark. I'm like, okay, she may not think that I'm non-binary if I do really well at this.
Well, think about the flip side is coming too fast and then going down on her. After, you don't want to do that.
Unless you're cool. There's a comic that says that's like his thing. I can't remember who it was. Josh Adam Myers or Justin Silver, maybe?
Okay.
I can't remember which one, but they were talking about it on Legion of Skanks. He likes to cream pie a girl and then eat his cum out of her. And he's just very open about that.
I mean, I've tasted my cum. I'm not a fan.
That's not weird. You ever talk to a guy, like it comes up around comedians, and there's always that one guy that's like, the fuck is wrong with you? What are you talking? It's like, dude, no one's sitting there going, we're talking about an oil check.
Yeah. No, I know the movie you're talking about. I did mine out of a shot glass, but that was for a different thing.
Yeah, but I don't even think that's gay. I don't even. It's not that gay to try and be funny. Like Sean McAndrews freaks out when we talk about that.
Joey says it's not gay, then that's what I'm sticking with now.
There you go.
I have the Joey seal of approval. I was doing it for a bit, not because I wanted to.
Exactly.
Haven't done it since either.
I tried my car. Like and saying tried your cum is crazy. I've gone like this before, and it's not for me.
Mine tastes like bleach. I think I need a drink of water.
Mine tastes like can't really describe it. I think I might be sick.
I think I have leukemia.
You're like a dog that can smell cancer.
You're like, oh, something's going on inside me that I don't want to know about.
We need to get him to a specialist.
I do this cool thing when I think I have health problems. I just wait it out and see if it gets better. I don't go to the doctors and check. I'm just like, it'll be fine.
Dude, I've had kidney stones twice, and they start slowly setting in. You know when you're going to have them. Oh, yeah, buddy. And I thought I had an STD when it was happening, because I didn't know kidney stones are like a consistent thing.
No, yeah, that happened to me like 2-3 months ago.
You had stones?
Yeah, I just pissed blood.
But did you piss stones?
I didn't see them. They were probably smaller, but...
Dude.
Could you see yours?
Not the first time, no. The first time, and that was like the worst pain I've ever been in. I thought it was like so bad. The second time, I thought I had an STD because my dick was always hurting.
Okay.
And I think it must have been one lodged in there. I was feeling so bad. I'm like, I'm gonna try and jerk off and make myself feel better.
That's gonna make it better.
I'm looking down. I'm like, why is it pink?
Yeah.
You know. And I go into the bath. I start getting really sick. I go to try and smoke it off in my bathroom at my apartment at the time. And I was like, oh my god, I gotta piss. What the fuck? Why can't I piss? I got into the shower and I dropped to my knees with the shower on, and I was like, my whole body was shaking. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And all of a sudden you hear dink, and it shot out of my dick.
Yeah.
And I found it, bro. I wish I would have kept it.
Oh yeah, you should have kept it in like a little vial. I really wish I would have. You would have given it to me on a podcast.
Speaking of which, what do we have today? we have.
I can't believe you posted yourself giving Nick Kirk gift.
Well, that went really well that week, and then the following week, people wanted to kill me for some reason. They just didn't think it was funny. I gave them a tiny cupcake and a planet, and I was like, this is because I think your jokes are out of this world, but if you were an alien from another planet, they'd be a bunch of little fucking cupcakes.
Okay.
And everyone hated it. So
I'm in love with it. But...
This is going to be on your desk. It's a little planet there with some nice glaze and 3 different types of the clay. So there you go.
I just imagine you doing this shit at like 3 in the morning.
Dude, 5 in the morning last night.
In a dark room.
I got a new thing going now. This is the new prototype. This is air dry clay mixed with Play-Doh. It's not done yet. It's
Okay.
I'm thinking when it dries, it should be sick. Well, Mike.
It's a little limp for my taste.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. Anyway, do we have topics this week? What are we talking about?
I want to talk about Israel, dude.
Do you?
Yeah, we're gonna be those guys.
Well, I don't even know what's going on. I'm so ignorant to anything political.
Okay.
I do not pay attention to the news or politics.
I'm gonna break it down for you, and keep in mind that I'm a geopolitical retard.
I wouldn't even know who to vote for.
To vote for?
If you took me to a ballot and like, who do you want to be president? I'd be like, I don't know, who seems cooler?
What do you think everybody's mad at them for right now?
What? Mad at who?
Israel?
What are they mad about?
Oh, wow. So you don't know about, like, they're blowing up the whole thing?
No, I know they're not getting along with the people next to them. That's about the extent of my knowledge.
Okay. Well, I mean, my extent's not that much greater, but...
That would be like if Canada started firing rockets over here and we're like, hey, what the fuck?
You ever see, Mike, like a really good business idea that makes, or like a really good joke, and you go, oh my god, that's so genius, I never thought of that, that makes me jealous. You ever had one of those? That's what this group is doing right now. The guys that are over there in Palestine, they're called Hamas.
Okay.
And what they've done is, that area was extremely poor and like corrupt, so they come in, they're terrorists, and they start giving all these people food and weapons, start grooming the young boys, you're familiar,
That's
to
not
be terrorists.
Okay.
So all these guys are
I
like,
thought you meant for sex stuff.
probably no.
I was gonna say.
You know, the Spartans used to do that to build morale.
I heard about that. Yeah.
You first you will blow me, then you will blow the building. That was Indian. But anyway, these guys have embedded themselves in all these different Palestinian homes, and so Israel is just like, well, dude, we got to get all of them.
Yeah.
And they are just straight up blowing up children.
Oh.
If you look at, I saw the Google images that they released from 2019 to now. You can't even tell it's the same country.
Oh, I thought you meant like of the wreckage. I was like, that'll keep you up at night.
The wreckage, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. No, I'm saying like, are there like legs and shit in there that you could?
Yeah, I've been working on a joke too with that. It's not working.
Yeah, people are kind of sensitive about stuff like that.
Well, it's not Palestinian kids. The punchline is like, oh, here's all these cute videos from your algorithm. I got the vibe. Next video, here's a Russian guy looking for his fucking arm.
Yeah.
It's never worked once.
Yeah, see, when it comes to shit like that, I don't know much about it. I'm not on anybody's side. I don't even know which side to take. And when you look into stuff like that, too, in my opinion, it just bums you out. Like, I'd rather not be bummed out. I'd rather watch a fucking superhero movie instead.
I get you, bro. And I'm like that. I used to be like that pretty much all the time. I swing back and forth. But it's like, this is so bad. You know about October 7th?
No.
Okay, so October 7th, 2023, Hamas, this group that I was just talking about, they embedded themselves with all the people. They went into Israel at the border and started shooting up like this big concert festival. They also went into other parts and took hostages. They killed about 1,300 people that day.
Yeah.
And they're a small, jokeable terrorist organization. They're not that great. They're just like, they got balls.
Okay.
Israel has certainly got balls, and they hate each other.
I've heard that like the Israeli military does not fuck around.
Well, you got to think about, this was my argument originally when people, like, when this all happened, Israel right immediately was like, okay, we're going to go in there and beat some fucking ass.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what, dude? If my sister got shot in the face at a music festival, I'm probably killing that guy's kids too.
I could understand, yeah.
But now it's been 2 years, almost 2 years.
They're still pissed off.
Dude, they announced a ceasefire for like a week, and literally they did some girl shit where they were like, the ceasefire was announced that we're going to start on Friday. Thursday night, people in Palestine are celebrating like civilians, not Hamas.
Yeah.
They drone strike them.
Oh, Jesus.
They're like, you guys, we said Friday.
Yeah.
I told you Friday. What the fuck? That's crazy to me.
Yeah, I can't say I know shit enough to have a fucking valid opinion here.
Well, look, let me ask you this. You got a brother or sister? You have a sister, right?
Yeah, I have a sister.
Let's say she gets shot in the face at her favorite concert.
Running somebody over with my car.
Are you going to, for 2 years, go just on a rampage killing kids that have nothing to do with that person that did that?
No.
Probably not, man. And they're using it. It's like the whole thing could be a conspiracy theory. How did you not know they were going to do this?
Yeah. I don't know. War is kind of sketchy because, like, in war, the way you think about it is like World War I, World War II, where there's this army fighting this army. A lot of the stuff I see nowadays, like the Iraq War, like, they don't have, like, a uniform or anything. Like, how do you identify them from some guy that's getting his dry cleaning done that day?
Well, that's
You
like
really can't. So then it's not like, oh, the Nazis had the fucking cool hero boss outfits on. You can tell who they are. Shoot that guy.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff I've seen lately is just like, does he have a gun or is that a big stick? But you're fucking 100 yards away. Let's not take a chance.
Right.
So that's where it gets sketchy, is like when you don't know exactly who the enemy is.
I think I used to believe that was a possibility, and now I don't. I think they know exactly what they're doing.
Okay, so I did hear a little bit about this. What I've heard is they're using kids to, like, shield themselves. So then the argument, I think, becomes, like, do we not kill them, or do we kill them knowing that there's some consequences?
Right. I mean, most of the videos I've seen, it's literally just these people are getting bombed so often, they start setting up cameras.
Yeah.
And, like, it'll just be while they're hanging out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man. We did it too, so...
I don't mean to sound like a fucking dumb hippie or anything, but I just wish people wouldn't fucking blow each other up. That'd be cool if nobody could blow each other up for a while.
God, it's possible. You know about the Fermi paradox, though?
No, what's that?
So the Fermi paradox is like, we know about all exoplanets. We talked about that last week, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So we used to think that it was science fiction that there could be other planets like Earth. They're in what's called the Goldilocks zone of their galaxy, so they have perfect conditions for life.
Why would you think that wouldn't be possible? It only happened here one time.
Bro, up until 1995, we talked about this last week. Up until 1995, they didn't know.
Yeah, well, people in 1995 were retarded.
That was not that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
I can jerk off to a computer, like, telling me that I should wear clown makeup and finger myself.
If you took somebody from 1995 and put them right here and gave them an iPhone, they would not know how to work it.
I feel like 75 and 95 are two completely different.
95, they'd be like,
We're getting distracted here.
the fuck is iTunes?
What were we talking about before that? Exoplanets, how do we get onto that?
Yeah, exoplanets, paradox, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, the Fermi paradox, right?
We're talking about the world in which nobody blew each other up.
Right. So the Fermi paradox is about there's all these different planets where people could be living, but we don't find signs of life on any of them.
Well, that's because they're too fucking far away.
Right. But it's also about, like, if a civilization was to exist long enough, they would eventually have enough technology to reach us.
Yeah.
Like, that's just...
And how do you think that hasn't already happened?
That's the theory, is that technology gets so powerful, and powerful technology becomes so commonplace that you or me could have it, then one day we get to have too many Budweisers, just blow the whole thing up.
That's why they don't put me in charge of bombs.
That's why. That's why.
Because one day I'll be like, you know what? I heard this country over here was talking shit. And I just hit the button, and then I wake up the next day all hungover, like, what did I do?
I don't really... What are you talking about, man? People in Phoenix are saying, like...
If I ran the country, that's how it would...
You're the czar of bombs in the comedy scene.
I heard whatever Istan country was talking shit, send all the bombs.
And most people would vote for you, honestly.
I would win by a landslide.
Dude, you ever check out Instagram comments?
No. I try not to read my comments. They're pretty bad most of the time.
God, you're such an asshole. I'm not talking about our comments. We don't get comments on everything, on anything. I'm talking about just like the average post on YouTube.
Why would you check an average?
The algorithm, you if your comment gets the most likes, people are gonna do your page. I'm up 4,000% this month. It's crazy.
Okay.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, when you click on there, literally people will be like, they should have killed George Floyd. I'm glad they did.
Oh yeah, people are assholes. And I honestly think a lot of people that comment stuff like that don't even mean it. They just want to say something that's going to get 50 comments.
And they don't put their face or name behind it.
It's always like something 5, 4, 6, 7, 9 or something. And I just think they're trying to stir the pot.
Well, I've heard a lot of comedians, like professional comedians. Shane Gillis was talking about this. He went and looked at a bunch of comments right before he was going on a late night show.
That's probably not good.
And it fucked with him. He's like the best comic right now. I'm like, dude, that's never bothered me. If somebody's not going to put their face or name behind something they're saying, then they're just a pussy or not serious.
You don't think that doesn't make you feel bad?
No, I get horrible comments, bro. I could show them to you. We could read them.
I believe you.
Should we read some, dude?
My girlfriend was yelling at me because every time I tag her in a post, I get all these negative ass fucking comments from people, and then her friends see it because she's tagged in it.
Yeah.
Her friends are like, why is everybody being so mean? And I was like, they're not being mean to you. That's directed at me. 100% of the comments are like, Mike's a fucking pussy.
I hate this stuff.
Yeah, fuck you. Go kill yourself.
It's right just now. Like, there's no reason for it. They just do it because they're jealous of somebody that has balls to go on stage.
Yeah. No, it's mostly my comic friends.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I never even get that. Should we read some of these here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I got them pulled up. Okay, let's pause it. That sucked. Both of y'all. No bullshit. The baby comment was overboard for absolutely... Okay, that's not a good one. Not sure I've seen a more funny act. It won't be a guiltless life. Boo. Bruh, you need a new hobby.
Oh.
This was about me and Max's roast.
What is this on?
So I took a screen recording of all the meanest comments I got lately.
But what did you post on?
This is YouTube Shorts.
One of your YouTube shorts.
Yeah. There's another one that was talking about me and Max, our roast video, and he goes, the fatter guy is great, but the other dude is fucking garbage. Bro got 3 laughs.
How do you not want to kill yourself after that?
Because none of these, every single one of these, look at the last 3 names. Kimber666, Limp_Daddy, at Bruce Boy.
Okay.
These are not people. Okay, this one
What
is
you're concerned with.
might kill your career before you start with this bullshit material. Probably should delete. Let's do one more. Let's do one more funny one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let's look for one more funny one.
What's the long one right there?
That one was about, I'm not kidding, it's about the Star Wars joke about Black Stormtroopers. He's like, Stormtroopers were actually not
Jesus.
Sith Lord related. It was an entirely new group of resistance. Shut up,
That's
faggot.
worse than being mean.
Oh, it's worse than being mean. This one was about a joke I made about having sex with a trans girl. And this guy commented, tracking and tracing this fucking dummy as we speak.
What does that mean?
That he's going to reveal my IP address because he doesn't like having sex with trans people, I think. I think that upset him, even though it's a person I never have met.
I mean, if you want to fuck trans people, do it.
So not the point, but I agree, Mike.
Why are people getting mad about who people have sex with? As long as you're not having sex with kids, I don't care.
It actually disgusts me. Did you hear about what happened to the guy who voices the guy from King of the Hill?
Yeah.
Were you a big fan of King of the Hill?
Yeah, the John Redcorn guy.
Yeah.
Whoever his voice actor was got killed. Yeah.
Dude, and like that doesn't that just make you sick?
So, did he get killed because he's gay?
Literally, I read the article Tony Tripoli posted about it. He's a gay guy.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, what kind of PC bullshit is this article? And then you read literally, this dude who was a King of the Hill fan found out that the voice actor was gay, went to their fucking house. Their old house got burned down by fans who couldn't handle that they were gay together.
I think if you're watching King of the Hill, though, you might be... Most of their fan base might be a little...
100%.
Yeah.
Fucking, that show is not that good. Everybody sucks it the fuck off. Anyway, it's horrible. It's not that bad of a show, but it's just horrible. This person couldn't handle it. It's just like if somebody was like, SpongeBob's not actually gay.
But what point in life do you get where somebody sleeping with somebody you don't agree with irritates you that much that you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna ruin the rest of my life and kill that person?
Bro.
And then best case scenario is you spend the rest of your life in jail. Worst case scenario, you kill yourself before they catch you, I guess. I don't know which was worse. Life in prison might be worse than suicide. But
No. Yes.
yeah. But I'm saying that, like, how do you get that upset about something that you want to fucking just ruin the rest of your life?
I agree, man. It's a mental illness, and I think it's like certain people, especially if it's like just an urge a little bit sometimes, and you grew up around extremely homophobic people, those people, to them, it's probably like, okay, this is like, I do hate gay people. Like, it makes me upset, dude. It's really sad.
But why? It's just like, guys, somebody fucks a dude, who cares?
For real, I just don't care.
My policy is, as a straight guy, I just don't want to see it. You can do whatever you want, just don't show it to me.
I don't even care about that, dude. I thought it would make me uncomfortable.
It
Like,
bugs me a little bit.
with the cowboy show thing, the boys flirt with each other sometimes.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. Go ahead, but...
Oh, dude, such a great question. I mean, and it's like, literally, I just look at it, I feel like it's my boy hitting on a chick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna go over here now. I'm gonna go away from this.
I don't know what it is almost, but it's like a sixth sense or like a built-in fucking DNA shit. But like, if a guy like touches my arm, like the way guys feel, it like I'm like, and I kind of back off. The girl touches me, I lean into it. It's like there's like just by something as simple as an arm touch, like something in my body is either leans away or goes towards it. It's just DNA shit probably, but
I don't like being touched by anybody in front of people. That's my thing.
yeah, I just. Yeah.
Dude, the hottest girl, Dustin Hadlock, scared her away at an open mic. She was, I think I talked about this in our first episode.
Okay.
She literally came up on stage and was like, feeling me up. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And then Dustin Havoc got upset that she was disrespecting the art of comedy and yelled at her so bad she left.
How is that disrespecting?
Dude, I was bombing so hard that I started talking to this girl to be like, hey, you know, what do you think of comics, blah, blah, and she, like, responded kind of like...
If I'm bombing and somebody in the crowd says something, okay, first off, I'm not encouraging anybody to talk during my set. So let's get that out.
God, I hate you.
Please don't.
You.
But if I'm bombing and it's going horribly and somebody says something and it makes people laugh, that kind of makes me feel a little better.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's the appropriate time. If I'm killing, don't talk.
I agree, but it doesn't... What I don't like about hecklers is I feel like if I don't absolutely pounce on this person right now, then I'm going to look like a bitch. And I hate being mean to somebody that was just like, they didn't know that they're not supposed to do that.
I get that. It's also the fact that, like, if, like, you know, House of Comedy, there's a light. You can barely see the front row.
Can't see shit. I like it.
You can't see shit. If somebody heckles you, you gotta, like, who the fuck? You gotta find him first.
Yeah, and that gets
you can't just automatically go back at him. You're like, who the fuck's that? You?
I'll start acting like I'm actually upset before I think about what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. You need a second, but...
Yeah. Have you ever had one where it was like you tried to get the person back and they responded and
it was funnier than what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling.
First time I cried from comedy was Juneteenth.
Okay.
So it was at Bullshooters, and bro, like, I thought I was gonna be famous. I'm like, I'm already hosting Bullshooters, I'm that guy. It's treating every set like that.
Yeah, it's easy to get really cocky when you're newer.
Got brought down to earth real quick.
Yeah, when you're in your first year, you can have like 2-3 good sets in a row. Like, I'm fucking killing it.
Well, dude, I would get like 6 in a row because I'm like different and stuff.
The earth will fix that.
It has.
They will resolve that.
It has.
As soon as you get a big head, the fucking universe will bring you back down to earth.
People don't seem to like hit me up as much. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, dude, it's Juneteenth, 2023, right when I started, and I used to bark hardcore. I barked at every single person at that fucking bar.
Yeah.
And I went up to everybody. There was a lot of black people for Bullshooters because it was Juneteenth. They're out celebrating, which I'm psyched about. Cool, man. Come to the show.
Yeah.
I get I swear to God, probably 20 black people to come back there.
Okay.
And they're all having a good time. I go up, I got these new jokes, I'm feeling confident. I get halfway through my first joke, and this black lady in the front row goes, "You look like you got braces."
Okay.
And it got a chuckle from everybody, completely derailed what I was saying. Her teeth were like this.
Yeah.
So I go, "Well, did you not get braces? Is that why your teeth are all fucked up?"
Yeah.
I went way too hard for that.
A better response that I was thinking about it was you look like you didn't get braces. It's the same joke, but it's not as...
A better response than that would have just been not acknowledging it. That was the worst thing I could have done. The 19 other black people started firing, bro. It was I couldn't keep up. It'd be one guy who'd be like, "Shut your Justin Bieber faggot ass up." Huge laugh. I'm like, "Sir, well, you look like you robbed a gas station." Somebody else just...
You got overtaken by the crowd.
Transgender! I was... Dude, and I got so upset that I just ended my set after one more joke. And I thought Chris Herb, the other host of it, is a veteran, good comedian, gets booked all the time. I thought he'd feel bad for me and be like, "Happens sometimes."
No, Chris doesn't feel bad for you.
Pulled me aside in front of everybody. And he's a foot shorter than me, is yelling at me like this. And he goes, "Could you not have fucking mentioned the teeth?"
Yeah.
It's the only time I've seen him pissed. And I went and cried as hard as I fucking could in the Bullshooter's bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, comedy's fun. If you ever, I would say if you're this far away from committing suicide and you need to find something in your life to keep you going, don't do what we do. That'll push you over the edge.
I disagree, bro. I've been getting very excited about new comics lately.
About them killing themselves?
Oh, no, dude, for all the bullshit, I just think about, what my life would be like if I didn't do this. I would for real want to die.
I did kind of the same thing when I started I'd just gotten out of a long relationship and I was depressed and I was just fucking drinking all day. And then I realized there was a place I could go and drink with my friends and laugh.
Yeah.
Instead, and that felt better.
Yeah. So that's how it was for you. You're just like, oh, I want to be like comedians seem like good people to hang out with.
No, what it was is I've always been like crazier and different from everybody else that I've ever met. Like everybody seems, for the most part, kind of stable and like responsible. And then you have me that's just going out doing wild shit all the time. And then I started doing comedy and I met other people and I was like, oh, you guys are just like me. It's like, I didn't know you people existed. I thought I was fucking an outlier or something.
That's a problem I'm having, Mike. Can I talk on that for just a second? Your idea?
How do you feel like an outlier?
I feel like an outlier from comics nowadays.
How?
They're like responsible people now.
Some of them are, but
I would go as far as to say most.
Look at me.
Yeah, but you're different, Mike. That's why this works. That's why I'm Mike, I'll die for you.
You know me.
Mike, you're like my Dr. Dre, bro.
Yeah. No, I fucking... I did comedy for the simple fact that I've always been a fan of comedy, and it didn't occur to me until I was like 28, 29 that, oh, you could just go out and do this. Like, I didn't know, I literally thought until I was 29 years old that those guys were just funny, and they, like Netflix or somebody's like, hey, you make people laugh, you want to do an hour and we'll film it and then we'll put it out and you'll make a bunch of money. I literally thought that's how it worked.
Dude, I wish I was like that. I have known how it worked since the second I knew what comedy was.
And then, yeah, once I figured out open mics and stuff, and the biggest thing, and I know Rogan said this, I'm not quoting Rogan, but he was right, is the fact that you'll go to an open mic and you'll be like, oh, everybody here is going to be as good as all the Netflix specials I've seen. And then you see them and you're like, oh, they're not good at all. Like, they had the most horrible set I've ever seen. I could at least go do that bad.
Exactly, bro. Mike, I'm saying, there's got to be, maybe someday, there'll be somebody, like a young person listening to this, and they're back in the archives, and they're like, I want to be a comedian so bad. Dude, literally just go to an open mic and see how bad some people do.
Watch one.
And then see how nice their friends are to him afterwards. I thought it was going to be like, if you do bad, people are like, get this guy the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's some people we've been letting go a long time, hoping that one day they're going to turn the corner.
No, don't, Mike. Let's not. We're both one Budweiser in. I don't want to have this conversation. You know what I mean?
I have a good example of one that did work out, though.
Andrew Oriana?
Yeah, but, I heard, did you ever meet Thomas Zorio?
No, I've never heard that. No.
Zorio was really, really bad for like 2 years. Mm-hmm. But after 2 years, he started figuring it out and got good.
That's incredible.
We gave him the time, though. We didn't just say, you should quit now. Like, there's people who I can confidently say, quit now, please.
Mike, there's 20 people I could know right now.
Yeah, there's people I know, too. But, like, with Zorio, I was like, he'll figure it out one day. And he did.
That's pretty sick. So you can give me the name of somebody who's going to figure it out someday.
Who's going to figure it out someday?
Because now you have to say who doesn't have it figured out right now, but you think they got hope. If you say me, I'll end the podcast.
Not you. Shit. Who would be good, I think, a year from now with more practice? I feel like there's a few people starting out, especially the girl comics, where they're just maybe not brave right now.
Yeah.
But once they get more balls on stage and are willing to say more...
You're good, go ahead.
Somebody walked by the window and Joey got...
Trying to make sure it wasn't my landlord's dad, and now he comes in, we're doing a podcast.
It's okay, we're doing it in the room over here, we're fine. But like, especially, there's a few girl comics, like, it's almost there, you know what I mean? But it's like, they're just afraid to maybe piss off somebody in the audience, or they're afraid to do that. And if they get a little more balls, I feel like they can take that next step.
Oh, you like a girl with balls, huh?
Yes. Girls with balls.
Get it?
I support it. But yeah, there's a few people out there where I see them there. It's like, you're right there.
Now, for maybe a younger comedian that might be watching this, what Mike is doing is he's trying to lay a trap for a hot Asian girl that would just start it. And I know exactly who he's talking about, and I know exactly why he's doing it.
Hot Asian girl.
Oh God, you're
The
so
girl
good
at
at this.
Barstools all the time?
Dude, Mike, you're so good at this. That was terrifying, dude.
What?
You just acted like you had no idea what I was talking about. You played it off perfectly.
It's the Asian girl at Barstool, isn't it?
She's cute, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's there's a few of them. I can't remember everybody's name, so it's not like I'm afraid to say somebody's name. I'm just my memory's horrible. But yeah, there's a few of them I see all the time at like Barstools that they're like right there. It's like, but they also it's kind of like a thing that a lot of comics are doing that I see is where they're just going as far up to the line, but they're afraid to cross it.
Yeah.
Have you seen that a lot?
Do I cross the line?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think you give a shit.
Yes. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to derail it.
That's like one of the things that made me good at comedy was like, I know I'm not supposed to be saying this, but I'm going to figure out a way to say what I'm not supposed to say, but also say something so stupid, I don't mean it.
Right, that's what makes me mad about like when people get mad about my shit. It's like, dude, I could not have said it in a less serious way.
Yeah.
Is that how you think I speak?
Yeah, do you think I really meant that? Like, a good example, I'll use one of my bits, is I have a joke about aborting 10-year-olds. Now, do I think you should really abort 10-year-olds? No. But the reason I'm saying we should raise the cutoff for abortion to 10 years is because it's so crazy. If anybody takes that joke seriously, I'm like, you are retarded.
Oh, for real?
You think I meant
that's a good
that?
example.
You think I meant that?
That's a good example.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm saying crazy shit, and that's my comedy style, but it's also, you cannot think I'm being serious right now.
Yeah, and you ever have that problem with your girlfriend? Dude, nothing drives me crazier. It's like, I literally changed my voice and face just to make that joke to you. I thought you liked me because I make jokes. Now you're upset for 3 days? What are we talking about?
I just got in an argument with my girlfriend the other day, because she's like, why don't you like how you're are on a podcast or on stage all the time? I was like, that would be exhausting. That's why.
Dude, it's really tough. I have AOS.
Yeah, I know you do. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really tough.
I can turn this off as soon as we stop hitting record. Then just go back to like, here's how I really feel about things.
Is that what you're doing right now? You're like doing like a character sort of?
I'm not doing a character, but I'm gonna say whatever I think is the funniest thing in the moment.
Okay.
I'm creating this right now. We're creating content.
We need to pivot. I'm gonna be this guy that doesn't. We're not gonna do 30 minutes of comedy stuff. We can allot 20 minutes to it. We've hit 20 minutes. We need to get serious here, dude. We need to get. I got a serious topic.
Well, you were talking about serious shit, and then you brought up like Israel and Palestine, and I just didn't know any shit about it.
Clip it.
I couldn't even say anything funny because I don't know enough to even have a joke about it. I was just
Clip.
like, well, Joey, what's going on?
Clip Mike going, we were talking about serious stuff, and then you bring up Israel Palestine.
No, that was the serious stuff.
Okay. But I gotta get serious with you, dude.
Okay.
You and me, right?
Yep.
We're like a great combo for what reasons would you say?
We have good back and forth banter. Nobody's going to get upset or offended. Like the other podcast I do with the other blonde, I have to worry about her yelling at me after I hit her. Stop record. Clip that.
Clip it.
No, but it's like once I hit like stop record or whatever on the thing, I'm like, is she really going to be mad about what you? I don't have to worry about that with.
God, my girlfriend promised me she's never going to listen to this. I couldn't be happier about any. That's so nice.
Okay, let's talk about her.
Dumb bitch. Right? Just no, I didn't mean right like that. No, I'm saying that'd be funny if I said that.
He just gave a real ass apology to his girlfriend.
I love my girlfriend.
On a show that he just said
much.
she's not listening to.
I would die for my girlfriend, but holy fuck, she's annoying. No, we gotta get serious for
So is mine. It's okay.
Dude, you and I...
If you don't believe me, go watch my other podcast.
No, your girlfriend is what I want my girlfriend to act like.
Okay.
Like, my girlfriend's hotter, but, like, your girlfriend doesn't cause shit. You know what I mean?
Are you sure about that?
No. No, I'm just trying to be funny. I love
Every day of my life is her causing
Dude, every one of our faggot friends hits on my girlfriend, so I don't need this getting sent to her being like, you all good, babe?
I've never hit on her.
Because you don't think you have a shot because you're an adult. I get that. She's so gorgeous. Anyway.
Yeah, she's pretty.
She's so beautiful.
Wait, she's my friend's girlfriend. Why would I want to hit on her?
She's also bisexual, which is so sick. Anyway, Mike, I gotta get serious.
Okay. You've been saying that for 10 minutes.
And you're trying to avoid it, dude. You're nervous. I can feel it.
I'm not nervous about anything.
We are a great combination because we don't give a fuck.
Yes.
And we're very much like, we're not going to play all the bullshit. We're going to do Mike and Joe.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like that gets crazy, right?
Okay.
We embarrassed ourselves as a group in front of Rob maybe last week.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I think he came up as I was taking a bump.
Yeah.
It's the only bump I did that night, and of course it had to be Rob maybe coming up. And then Mike was slightly drunker than me, and Rob was trying to be impressive in front of his new medium hot girlfriend.
Sometimes I drink too much, and I cannot control how much I talk.
But we're going to learn our lesson.
It just comes out.
I'm not going to do cocaine.
And it won't stop.
Yeah, they know. Everybody knows how that is. I just feel like a good thing for you and me would be acknowledging moments that we have together where it wasn't good. Because Rob walks up,
I'm also agreed to be our first guest on the podcast that night.
Begrudgingly. Because you said it in front of his new girlfriend, and Rob's, goddamn, dude, he runs through pussy like toilet paper.
Rob gets more pussy than anyone I've ever met.
For real. And he deserved it. He's an amazing comedian. It would be attractive if he could control himself in any way. But,
maybe he could work on his gut a little bit, but...
That's what I'm talking about.
I think the tattoos cover up the gut, if that makes sense.
Like, in terms of hotness?
Yeah, like, if he looked like that and had 0 tattoos, think about it.
Mike, do I just go full wigger?
You would look like Jamie Kennedy in Malibu's Most Wanted.
No, think about me with, like, tattoos that not, like, a person would have, you know? Like,
yeah.
We might have just figured it out.
You don't have any tattoos, right?
No, I think it's gross.
Okay, well, here's the thing. My girlfriend just ordered a tattoo gun.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to get your first tattoo?
I will do this
from
right
my
now.
girlfriend?
I'll do a bit on the podcast.
Okay.
If the Minnesota Vikings win the Super Bowl...
You're never getting one.
Fuck you, Mike. If the Minnesota Vikings win the Super Bowl, I will let your smoke shop girlfriend... She doesn't look like a smoke shop girl. She has those vibes, which can be hot.
What does she look like she works at?
A smoke shop. And I will let her give me a tattoo.
She looks like she works at a smoke shop that also does piercings in like the back room that you
For sure. They sell skateboard parts. I fell in love with one of those girls upon meeting them. It wasn't an attractiveness joke. It was of course that's Mike Mees' girlfriend joke.
Yeah.
Do you want to say something about my girlfriend to like even it out or something?
Nah, your girlfriend's hot.
Thank you. Okay.
I don't really know her well enough to shit on her.
Oh, I don't know your girlfriend at all, which is why I shouldn't.
I've talked to her a few times, but she's pretty quiet most of the time.
I told her we were doing a podcast. I thought she was going to be really excited.
She was not.
She's less than. Anyway, what were we talking about before that? Rob maybe runs through pussy, and I had to. Mike, I gotta get serious for a sec. Because in front, Mike's kind of drunk. I'm a little bit drunk and on drugs.
I was very drunk at that point.
Okay,
I started drinking at like 2 in the afternoon, and this was at 11 o'clock at night.
And have you guys ever seen like remember like when you were asking your parents for a sleepover like while they were in front of other parents?
Why are you?
And you start doing this thing.
Oh, I was like, why are you standing?
You start doing this thing while you're asking because you're like, come on.
Yeah.
Mike did that while he was going, so you're going to be like the first guest on our podcast this week? And Rob's response was, what, do you guys got a podcast?
Yeah, he said yes, that's all that matters. I don't care.
I don't care either. I cared very much.
You can't let that stuff get to you.
Of course I'm joking, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, we did embarrass ourselves. As a unit, we looked pretty bad that day.
We win as a team, we lose as a team. I have to pee. I have to pee. Can you hold my cock? It's a win as a team, lose
I
as a
will
team.
shake for you.
Can you get in on this sweet wood Zippix while I do that?
Why do you keep giving me these? I
That's
feel
a
like they're
really-
laced with something. Do
Formaldehyde.
these have PCP in them?
Probably.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Ugh. Yeah, so I decided to do a podcast with the man who has the smallest bladder I've ever met. So this is going to happen every episode now.
Talk about my condition.
What? Autism?
Well, I have an enlarged pussy.
Joey has early stages of prostate cancer. His prostate's about the size of a fucking softball right now, which makes him have to pee every 20 minutes, apparently. If he was a professional podcaster, he would know to pee before and after the podcast. But he can't seem to hold it. This is the second toothache you've given me randomly.
What do you think about that flavor?
What is it, cinnamon?
That's sweet wood.
Sweet wood?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good board name.
Sweet wood. Have you ever heard that joke? It's like the name of your first pet and the name of the street you grew up on is your porn star name.
Scooby Walnut.
It works every time. George Jamaica. That's awesome, man. I love that.
Yeah.
Let me grab a beer. Do you want to play with any clay?
No!
Why'd you say it like that?
We're doing a thing!
We can multitask, right?
Are you gonna start fidgeting on the show?
I already have been.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like, I don't know where my eyes go most of the time. Like, most of the time I'm trying to think about interesting things to say, so I'm just kind of staring off in space. Like, I'm not actually looking at anything.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of up here.
That's probably because you're bored. Like,
I'm not bored.
no, I don't mean bored. I just mean like, I don't know. Do you ever feel like shit doesn't actually interest you unless it's about you?
No, I think a lot of things are interesting. I just fucking, I'm just trying to, like, always, like, as the producer of the show and my other show, like, I'm always trying to think of, like in my head, I'm always thinking about people that are watching it or listening to it right now and what they're thinking. So that's always in the back of my mind while I am talking or while you're talking, and I'm just always in that, like, producer mode.
Yeah.
So it's kind of annoying to just not be like, if you get me, like, super shit-faced before an episode one time, then I'll just go off the rails and I won't care anymore.
That would be nice, too. We gotta do one. Mike, can you do acid and stuff?
No.
Oh, dude, you've never tried acid or shrooms.
No, I don't do hallucinogenics.
You guys, hashtag save Mike Mees.
I don't want to hallucinate.
Let's get him.
I don't need to see shit that's not there. That's not okay.
Mees shrooms? Hashtag Mees shrooms?
Mushrooms.
Dude, please, that'd be so good content, Mike. You can sleep over here. We don't have to tell anybody.
Yeah, I can't drive if the road goes like this when I try to go home.
Well, you will, but that's the thing. I mean, we need to get serious, Mike. We can't do that stuff anymore, dude.
I know, we're getting too old.
Dude, you were so drunk last week, you played 7 of your songs for me in a row. And Mike is, for anybody who doesn't know, Mike is a rapper, and, like, usually when your coworker shows you songs, you're like, fuck this, I hate this job, I hate this person. Yeah. Mike is actually a fucking really, really good rapper, bro. I think you should give up on your day job. You should quit pharmacy to be a rapper comedian.
I was.
But, you know how, like...
I haven't made a song in, like, 7 years.
Eminem, I've been listening to his discography again, and I just got to Encore. And there's a lot of sad, drugged-up songs on that I don't like. It's like him not... You got drunk to the point where you're like, this one I went in a different direction. I'm like, Mike...
Well, what I did was, I got to the point where, after my 3rd studio album, I had 2 mixtapes in between that. After, like, the 5th one, basically, I was kind of like, I kind of said anything, but I was 19 when I was making it. I didn't have that much shit to talk about. So when I got to my 5th album, I kind of made a song about every topic I wanted to hit on. And after that, I was kind of like, I'm just out of shit to say. At 19, I didn't have enough life experience to just keep making albums and albums and albums.
I'm not talking about that though.
Oh.
I liked the songs kind of. They were just not as good as the other ones. But then you go, watch this shit, bro. I can literally still rap to this while you're hammered. And you didn't get a single word.
That sounds true. Well, that's because I was trying to go like triple time. And enunciating clearly while rapping that fast is really hard. That's what it was, is I was kind of like trying to fucking talk 3 times as fast as I normally can while trying to be on beat and on rhythm. It doesn't work out. It's like when people do karaoke way too drunk and they're just like a little bit off the...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, but also trying to rap 3 times as fast as a normal human being.
You're not getting what I'm actually laughing so hard at.
Okay, what are you laughing hard at?
It's not about the songs. It's not about the way you made them. It's nothing about that. It's the fact that you were literally like, bro, let me show... 7th song in a row. You're like, let me show you this. Like, what I can do right now.
Yeah.
And then it was not one coherent word.
Yeah, that's when you drink too much and get cocky.
Yeah, and I'm that guy. What I like about myself, though, is I'm always such an asshole. It's kind of my, like, love language a little bit, that no one will let it get to
It's funny, because as your friend, I see that sometimes, and it doesn't bother me at all.
That's why it works.
Like, when you're, like, 7, 8 beers in... You start getting this like way overconfidence, and I don't even care.
It's a bit.
It does not bother me at all, because I was like, oh, that's just joke.
Actually, talk to me about this. Like, does everyone not get that that's a bit? It's a fucking joke. I am not like that. I don't like myself at all.
Okay. When you're sober, I believe it's a bit. When you're 8 beers in, I'm like, I think he means this a little bit, but
a little bit. You mean some of it. But when I'm saying it, it's almost like this. Like we were just talking about football. If the Vikings, I think they're going to be very good this year. Do I actually think they're going to win the Super Bowl? No.
You sound like a Raiders fan. We think we're going to be good every year, and we always end up 6-11.
I don't have a kid, but if I did, I would like to hope I could see them. Anyway, it's like a Vikings fan going, dude, we got JJ McCarthy, but they're doing a bit. They're going, this is our fucking year, man. They don't actually believe that.
Yeah, I have to lie to myself every year to just watch football.
Who's your team again?
The Raiders.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, I'm from Oakland.
That's right.
So every year I have to hype myself up and believe that we're actually going to be decent, and we finish fucking 4-13 or 6-11 every year.
Mike, I have
every year.
I have to get something for you.
Oh God, here we go. He's in the gift-giving mood. I feel like I do a podcast with Santa Claus sometimes. So let's see what's happening now. Swear to God, I do a podcast with that fucking squirrel from Ice Age. Oh, he's gonna fucking... What is he doing? Alright, can you guys feel the anticipation? It's gonna be great, I'm sure. I told him I'm a Raiders fan. I feel like he's gonna go get me like a 40 Old English or something now. It's funny because I can hear, but you can't. I can hear him vigorously, like, scavenging through stuff.
Bro,
what'd you get?
Dude, this is one of the best pieces of art I've ever made, and I forgot you're a Raiders fan. That's for you, buddy.
Oh, nice.
That's actually not fucking bad at all, right?
Not bad.
Thank you.
It's Raider's skull smoking a joint with weed leaves for ears.
That's like normally where the
swords go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm stuck with being a Raiders fan forever.
Mike.
Okay, let me explain this. Once you're a Raiders fan, you cannot root for any other team. You're just stuck. They could be the worst team ever. And you're just like, you put on like a 49ers game and you're like, I can't fucking watch this.
Dude.
It's a curse. You're cursed.
Being a Vikings fan is like being a child that grew up in the projects and your dad was a pedophile. like a rapist pedophile. You hear another guy go, I guess I'm just stuck with the Raiders. You guys literally beat us in the Super Bowl. We have 0 Super Bowls, you have 3.
Yeah, 45 fucking years ago.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. We have 0. You have no idea what that's like.
Okay, so we have 3, right? But none of those happened before or after I was alive. Those are all before I was born. So when everybody talks about the Raiders used to be good, I was like, cool, I haven't seen it, and I've been here for 35 fucking years.
I was born in 1998, dude. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, but you had Brett Favre and Adrian Peterson. You had a few good years in there.
Sure, dude, it doesn't matter. My point is, 1998 was their best team ever. That was Chris Carter, Ahmad Rashad, Randy Moss. I can't remember who the fucking quarterback. Randall Cunningham. They had Dennis Green was their coach.
Okay.
And they lost on a field goal for an extra point from a kicker who hadn't missed a field goal in 2 fucking years. That's the year I was born, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it too. The only time the Raiders were good enough to go to the Super Bowl in my lifetime was in 2002. And the year before that, we fired John Gruden, or we traded John Gruden, because he kept getting really close to the Super Bowl but not making it. So we got rid of him, and we sent him to Tampa. And then the next year, we finally made the Super Bowl. After all these years of being good, we had fucking Jerry Rice, we had Tim Brown, we had Rich Gannon. We had like the best lineup you've ever seen because it was right before salary cap. And so you could just fucking build dream team. We finally get there, guess who the other fucking coach is?
Belichick.
John Gruden.
Oh. Wait,
John Gruden was the coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He said he knew every play. Like as soon as they lined up, Gruden's like, I know what that is, because they didn't change the playbook from the year before. Dude, we got fucking brutalized.
Man,
it was bad.
That scene, that I always remember that clip of when he was a coach in the NFL for like 2 years. I think it was with the Raiders. Wait a minute. It was when he came back after he had done Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
And he's yelling at this rookie quarterback. He goes, "What the fuck are you doing? Spider 2 trips right wide banana. Run it again."
Yeah.
And it makes me laugh so hard because it's like, you know, other people on the team, like non-skill players, are like, holy fuck, thank God I don't have to do that. And that's how I feel when the gay choreographer is telling the dancers at the cowboy show what they're doing wrong. They're like, no. You're coming up here. It's down here. I'm like,
you spin, twist, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I had that sometimes when I was doing hooks on songs where my producer would be like, hey, you're like, you're singing it, you're a little high or you're a little low or you're a bit off, like try bringing it down an octave. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means. I was like, I hear it in my head the way I'm singing it. And he goes, well, yeah, it's just a little off key. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means. I rap, I don't fucking, because the hook of the song is a little more sing-songy.
Yeah.
So he's like expecting me like I'm some kind of fucking singer or something to know what the fuck that means. And he goes, it's off key. And I was like, what the fuck does off key mean?
If you can confidently and correctly define the word octave, you've at least given a guy a hand job.
Probably.
Who the fuck knows what an octave is?
It's when your voice goes, oh.
This is Mike. I don't know if I like this.
I do music. I know what the fuck I'm talking about sometimes.
When are we going to make our song, Mike?
I don't know. This week's been fucking crazy. I've been trying to just keep up with everything. My fucking girlfriend had to go back home for a couple days. Now I'm in charge of everybody at the house. I had a migraine. I was supposed to come here and record yesterday. I woke up with like a splitting headache and literally couldn't get out of bed or see sunlight all day until like 10 o'clock last night. So I just everything got thrown off, and I'm trying to catch back up right now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. You know what we don't talk about? Our personal lives.
I talk about my personal life on here.
I mean, I talk about my girlfriend, but I don't like. We don't really be like what.
Well, what do you want?
What do you got going on, Joey?
In my personal life, okay, here's something I've been struggling with.
Like, what are you doing these days?
So, like, where I live right now, I live in Litchfield Park. That's where we're recording this, and I have a lot of roommate trauma.
Roommate trauma.
I live with
I do too. It's called my ex-wife.
I live with Cade McCoy, and we got that is roommate trauma.
Yeah.
But, he and I got both back into coke at the same time, and we're both comics, because, shitty jobs and bad habits, and that ended up being a real fucking nightmare. So, you get kicked out on the spot, you gotta move back in with your parents, and that's why I moved in with Haley.
Okay.
And then, Haley and I had a lot of problems. That was probably all my fault, right, from over the summer. And she kicked me out of there twice. I moved back in twice. And then as soon as I moved out of there, another comedian kicked me out. So now I'm living at this place with a non-comic, and he's one of the nicest, best people I've ever met. But it's always in the back of my mind that I'm like, I might have to pick up and figure something out on the spot.
Yeah, I would say, too, because we were talking about it earlier, when you have, like, people that might be listening to this that are thinking about doing comedy, the best advice I could give, for me personally, would be, like, once you have a day job that pays all your bills and you know you have money, and you don't have to worry about, like, this gig going through for you, or this or that gig, to fucking, like, pay your bills next week, you can kind of say no to anything. You never, in comedy, then will have to do anything you don't want to do. So once you get, like, the financial things set up, and you have a full-time job, it pays good, all your bills are paid, you don't have to do any bullshit show because you need fucking $200 to, put gas in your car tomorrow.
I hate you.
If you want to do comedy, make sure your financials are straight first. Don't be like, I'm going to make it, because you're probably not.
I disagree with Mike, and also, if someone's going to pay me $200 to do comedy, I'll do it while they fuck me. I'm not at that level, Mike. Are you getting paid that much to do comedy?
A good example is like, okay, we have this spot next Thursday. We'll give you $100, but you have to do clean.
Yes.
See, I would just be like, no.
Dude,
I want to do clean. I don't want to get on stage and edit my material because people might be sensitive. I want to just go do the comedy that I enjoy doing. I don't want to have to adjust it. Or they have shows. I wouldn't call them gimmicks because I respect the people that run them. But there's those gimmick shows out there. You know what I mean? Like,
I love those. I wish they would hit me up.
Yeah.
I'll do them for free, bro. I'll spend fucking $30 going to that.
Yeah.
Are you declining spots for hundreds of dollars?
No, I'm not, but I can. I have the ability to.
I so don't have that, Mike. I so don't have that.
I'm going to do what I want because that's the reason I enjoy comedy, and nobody's going to, like, make me do something. Like, you hear a lot of times, like, these big comics doing corporate gigs, and they don't even want to fucking hear comedy, and they just, like, don't get any laughs, and it's just a bunch of business people going, we want to hang out with you, just do 10 minutes and then fucking come drink with them.
This is the problem with comics your age, bro. When I hear that stuff, I start to get upset. Because it reminds me of, like, when I hear a comedian complain about their flight to Denver. It's like, dude, you are a paid comedian.
Yeah.
I will literally, dude, I just don't get it.
I'm paid because I go do my fucking job and it covers all my bills. So doing comedy for me is my passion. It's what I like doing, and I don't want anybody to warp what I'm doing. I want to I get my style of comedy is not for everybody. I understand that. I knew that when I started doing it. But that's what makes me like it, is the fact that I can go on and say crazy shit I don't even mean, and people laugh, and it's like, it's freeing. It's very, like...
Let me ask you this. I hate, dude, by the way, I don't think we've gone over this yet. I'm sorry that I always relate everything back to myself.
You're fine.
Fucking narcissist. But like the cowboy show, right?
Mm-hmm.
There'll be times where I'm like in the middle of, not even part of the script, because I hate doing that part, at the parts where people don't laugh. I know which parts people aren't going to laugh at.
Yeah.
But I get to also do improv and riff and do crowd work, right?
Yeah.
When a fat drunk lady interrupts that, Comedy Joey goes, call this lady a faggot.
Yeah.
Tell her she's too fat to see her kids, right?
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to do that at my job, but it's still my fucking, as of right now, I call it my dream job because I truly think it's the best job that could have happened to me.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Like where you can't do whatever you want?
No, listen, I have a job that I'm not saying I go there for fun, but I have a job. I go to it, and that's what pays my bills. So I have money in the bank. My bills are paid. Everything's fine. But then when it comes to comedy, that's my passion. That's the thing I love. So that way I don't have to ever like do a thing I don't want to do. I don't want to have it be like, well, this is this kind of show and you have to do this and do that. Like I just like comedy as a purest art form is just you on stage with a microphone and you have to entertain the people in front of you. I'm not a fan of when stuff's added to that. I'm not saying it's bad. I get you have a fucking thing.
Novelty.
A novelty, yeah. And I get it. And I respect the people that run them. They found something, they work, they stick to it, and it's working for them. So I'm not saying, oh, if you do that, you're fucking...
You just prefer not to be on that.
I prefer not to be on them. I prefer, like, if you want me to do 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that's the shows I want to be on.
Right.
That's why when I ran my own show, it was simply a showcase. It's like, these are people I know are funny. There's no gimmick. There's no, like, even... I'm going to get in trouble for saying this. But, like, even when you have, like, the all-female or, you know, Latina night or whatever comedy shows, it's still, like... It's a thing you're trying to get a certain crowd in.
100%. I don't even think they would deny that.
But my show is just like, these are all really good comics, and I'm just trying to give the audience that pays for tickets the best show possible. It doesn't, there's no fucking angle to it. There's nothing. It's just, these are good comics. You want to see good comedy, show up to this. And that's what I think, in my perspective, comedy should be.
Well, that's interesting. And then, dude, after this, we have to stop talking about comedy. Please. I could keep talking about it for days, Mike. I love this.
Yeah.
But I don't think people want to hear that. Let's take a poll afterwards. I'll actually post this one. Anyway, my point is, Mike.
You were going to do a poll for the first episode.
I got really depressed.
For why?
Because my girlfriend and I, like, we break up all the time, but this time I thought it was for sure. And so that was my excuse. I was very sad. But no, we're good now.
She's the background of your phone.
Yeah, no, we're good now. This was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I do that. Oh, dude, I really hope she never listens to this.
What?
I do that when I think she's like slightly mad at me and she sends me a selfie. I send back, this is the move, fellas.
You change your background or your lock screen.
I actually do love Haley so much. I think she's like, this is not me just saying that to cover my own ass. I do think she's beautiful. I love looking at her. It makes me feel cool as fuck, and also I just love her. But at the same time, boys, if your girl's mad at you and get her to send you a selfie, you send back 3 heart emojis. The next thing you do is make that your phone wallpaper. You don't even have to keep it as that. You screenshot that, send it back to her with 3 more heart emojis. Bro, dog brain. They got dog brain. Shane Gillis joke. They got dog brain. They can't see past that. It's like playing a flute in front of a snake. They're like, wait, what is this? What is this?
I get how that would work.
Try it. But I have a question for you.
Do you know how fucking old I am? Do you know what the background on my phone probably is? Is just whatever came with the phone. I'm pretty sure that's always my background. Is like what the phone came with.
Pull it up right now. I'll walk off the podcast.
I don't know where the fuck my phone is right now.
Dude, Mike, I love this part of the show, dude, that you're so old, dude. You don't know where your phone is? What are you talking about?
It's around here somewhere.
What are you talking about? You don't know where your phone... The last time I heard that...
Nothing makes me happier than not knowing where my phone is.
It is kind of nice, right?
My phone goes off 3,000 times a day, and I fucking hate it.
I just feel like I'm about to get in trouble, though.
Well, okay, so everybody always feels like I'm ignoring them. It's not that I'm ignoring them. What's happening is you're one of fucking 20 people that is constantly messaging me.
I hate you.
And I will get round to you when I get around to you.
Mike, I hate you, dude. I hate you.
It's not that I don't like you or I'm ignoring you. It's just like fucking... I don't need to be on my phone every second of every goddamn day. And I get so much shit from people when I don't answer my phone for 2 hours.
I've been trying to explain this to you we've been hanging out again for like the past 4 weeks. People don't know before the show, me and Mike were like pretty close, and then you tried to kill yourself and like fix your marriage or something, and we stopped talking for a while. But
don't try to fix your marriage. That's never going to work.
It's not going to work. But
yeah, just give up on it now.
But like, I think that most people. That's why we're chill. What were we talking about right
Where the
before
fuck
that?
is my phone? Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just my background.
You're an asshole,
It's
bro.
black.
What are you, Jesus? But okay, this is what I was gonna say. I love about you, man. Like, we've been doing this show for a few weeks now, and I've known you for a lot longer than maybe anybody that's listening to this knows.
Yeah.
I've known you since I was like a year in.
Okay.
You are not a douchebag.
No.
You are one of the most humble, nicest people in the world. And it drives me crazy because it's like, I know that, but other people who don't know you that well don't know you that well. When you say that, when you go, 20 people are hitting me up at once. Fuck off, dude.
It's overwhelming. I have my own shit to do.
I hate you and I love you so much for that. Because you don't get why that sounds cunty, and you're not trying to be a douche.
I don't want to be cunty. I'll get back to you when I get back.
If I said that, people would there would be a thing about
Do you know why? Do you know why that's a thing? It's because I spent so much of my time trying to be like a people pleaser kind of person for so long, and I realized at one point, probably in my 30s, that no matter how much you do for people, and whatever, it's never enough, and the list just keeps growing. So you if somebody needs your help or needs your attention with something, and you do fucking 20 things for them, then they're gonna ask for 25 things. And I just got to the point where I'm like, if I have the fucking time and energy, I will definitely go help you out. But I can't just put everybody first. I started getting to the point lately where it's kind of more like I need to worry about how I fucking am.
I think Max Parisi said that same shit about me.
But I'm not. It's not that I'm like oh fuck off. Like
I know. That's what I'm saying. Is you don't even mean that in any way.
No.
You're like being a genuine guy right now.
yeah.
But you're not a fucking Gen Z faggot, so you don't know that you shouldn't say that.
Well, I can't help everybody. I try.
I'm not even saying you shouldn't
I
say
fucking
it.
try.
I feel like I sound like a faggot right now to you, and I don't want that.
No, not at all. It's just, I can't fucking be there for everybody all the time. Because then I get behind on my shit. Like, one thing, this is what I was talking about, our personal lives earlier, is that I have a lot of people that depend on me. I'm taking care of some people and stuff like that, and I'll go fucking a week and a half without doing my laundry because I wake up, people around me need stuff done, and I know that like I gotta get that taken care of, and then I go and I shower and I go to put on socks. I was like, fuck, I haven't done laundry in 2 weeks because from the second I wake up I gotta do stuff for other people, and I put myself third or fourth or fifth on that list, and now I don't have fucking socks that are clean.
You're doing laundry on a weekly basis?
I'm trying to.
Or do you gotta wash your husband's clothes too?
You can do one load a week, it'd be fine.
I said, what do you wash your husband's clothes to?
No.
My girl,
I got the joke.
I didn't know if they heard it. You want to talk about personal life stuff related to that. My girl, so when we started dating, it was while I was on mushrooms after she saw me on a sketch show. So she's like, she likes comedian. Like, she's into that whole thing, which I like about her. She likes that.
I don't want to say anything bad about your
Do you fucking know not do it?
fell for you after she saw you on a sketch comedy show.
I don't know if she fell for me, but like, because I remember, dude, she specifically said to me when we first started dating, she's like, I'm not your girlfriend. And then she's obsessed with me. She loves me. But that's, I started dating her because I think she likes that sort of thing. And now she's just sort of getting to see, like, okay, that's all cool. My boyfriend looks cool even when he bombs. He's getting up there and showing his balls on stage, Mm-hmm. She thinks that's hot. But then also I don't clean my bathroom ever.
Yeah. I think the coolest thing you do is if you ever bomb, like lean into the bomb.
No.
Like, even if you're bombing, if you lean into the bomb, you're like, I've always respected comics that can do that. That's like a different skill set right there.
I'm not very good at it, I don't think.
But yeah, if you're eating shit and you're still comfortable on stage, that's a skill in itself.
I have never had that. If I'm eating shit, is that a level that exists?
That's usually what I see from most people is when they start bombing, they start talking faster to try to get to the next punchline as quick as possible. And then that one doesn't work. And then they start panicking more, and they start talking faster. And then that next joke doesn't work, and then they're on, like, fucking DEFCON 5.
Yeah. That's me right now.
Yeah.
Let's compare like comedy to like a real life job. Like, what is the most similar thing?
So, like with my job, I have to be good at my job every time I do it.
Yeah.
Because I can't have a day where I fuck up a bunch, because then people would
Someone
die.
could die.
Yeah, somebody could die. Like when I'm at work, I have to be sharp. I
Like
can have
a pharmacy technician.
I can have a bad day at fucking at an open mic, and it's fine. It's. I think that should motivate you to go out and do better the next time.
Sure, absolutely, but it still gets me, dude. I noticed that this week. So on Wednesday last week, I went out 3 mics in a row. There wasn't there wasn't non-comedians really at any of them. And usually a comedian should be able to tell myself, oh, that doesn't actually really matter. Like, these guys don't laugh at anything anyway. But it still fucking got to me. Like, it really bothered me for a week. And then I had like 2 not bad sets the other day, and I feel great.
The one thing that pisses me off is if you ever have a bad set, or not you, just any comic in general, and you blame the crowd. I was like, bitch, it's your job to entertain them.
100%. Here's what I'm saying, though.
It's the bitchiest move ever.
Here's what I'm saying, though. If the crowd is all comedians,
yeah,
you gotta give yourself a mulligan.
Yeah, that's okay, but I'm saying if there's like a legit, like there's 20, 30 people there, and none of them are laughing, that's on you.
Bro.
Don't blame the crowd.
Mike,
Such a cop-out move.
When it was like, you were talking about there used to be mics every night, was it like that where there was 20, 30 people out at every show?
No, obviously, we used to have a spot called Quail Lounge on 7th in Melrose District, and there would be fucking 3 people there. But you try to make those 3 people laugh. That's what you always got to do.
And you can get yourself into that. That doesn't make you want to self-harm?
No, not at all.
It makes me want to be mean to my friends. It makes me want to go home. It makes me mad at the person who's running the mic. That's a thing that we can debate.
That's a fun thing. Is I want to know like the psyche of different people than me. Is if you're signed up and you're like 3-4 spots away, right? And you know the crowd's not into it, and there's barely a crowd. Let's say there's a table of 5 people. Like, do you sit there and wait and going, I don't even want to go on?
Yes.
Really?
Wait, when there's a crowd of 5 people?
There's a table with 5 people. They're not comedians. They're sitting there. They're watching the show. They don't seem into it. Nobody's making them laugh or whatever. Does that discourage you from like, I might as well just cross my name off the list and go home?
How many people, including those 5 people, are there in the room total?
Let's say another 10 comics.
Then yes, because it quite literally for me, it is either if there's nobody watching or it's only comics. If there's if there's a group of people, which is still comics, but there's some people that are not, I can put blockers on and not see that these other people are comedians and still like feel it work.
Okay.
But we have to. I'm promising I'm going to put the poll out. Should I do that right now? Because I hate it.
What is the poll?
I'm going to put in all capital letters, please do not answer this if you are a comedian. Don't respond if you are a comedian.
No comics answer.
Is comedy talk on a podcast, if 2 comedians are talking on a podcast about comedy for over 10 minutes, do you press the fast forward button?
I mean, I can't really answer that question because
you're a comic.
Comics talk and shop about comedy interests me.
That's crazy to me, bro.
But that's also okay. So here's a good example of that. I might be able to prove you wrong, which is musicians like Metallica or a band like that, right?
Okay.
Seeing them talk about like how they came up with a song and how they created it and the intricate parts of how they got to where they got is very interesting to me. Even though I'm not in a rock band, I can appreciate what they're saying and it's interesting to me.
I was thinking the same thing about Eminem last night.
Yeah.
I was like, I have no interest in becoming a rapper. I want to know about every single track on Relapse. I want to know why he made it.
So I would assume if people are listening to us, they actually are interested on like how'd you get there, how'd you start, how blah 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 blah, and like the inner workings. I might be a nerd and be into stuff like that. Like one of my favorite things ever is we should never take a drink at the same time because we both just dead aired for 5 seconds.
I liked it.
But no, the like one of the most interesting documentaries is The Last Dance. Have you watched that?
No, I have not. That's Michael Jordan.
That's Michael Jordan talking about doing a three-peat and then going to baseball and then having another three-peat. It's all the behind-the-scenes stuff, like what was going on with the GM and this and that and this and that. That's so fucking fascinating to me. Most people, I think, would think that was boring.
I'm interested. Well, no, because that's a good thing to your point, where it's like that would bore the fuck out of me because I don't even like Michael Jordan and basketball's not my thing really.
Yeah.
But I do get what you're saying. I always wonder if, because I've wanted to be a comedian since I was like fucking 10, dude.
Yeah.
And especially in the past 5 years of my life, I started 2 years ago. When I would listen 4 years ago to a podcast and they're talking about it for 20 minutes, I think the jealousy angle of it would also make me stop listening.
You shouldn't be jealous because you can go out and do it at any
I know. I'm so curious. I'm posting this right now. I'm going to see what's up.
No, but the thing is that you can do it. It takes a lot of work. It's not something nobody is good at comedy like their first time out.
Yeah.
Nobody just gets it. It's a thing of years and practice and stuff. And that's why people like athletes so much too. Is athletes have been fucking playing JV ball and college before, like when they're the best NFL player, like somebody like Rob Gronkowski, right?
Yeah.
He didn't just show up and was Rob Gronkowski one day. He was playing football for fucking since he was 5. And then when he gets to the NFL, then he's Rob Gronkowski. But all that stuff in between, the boring stuff, the fucking push-ups and the running laps and all that shit, like, he had to get there. He didn't just show up and was one of the best tight ends to ever play one day.
We are comparing. You have to remember this, though. We are.
Yeah, that was a shitty comparison. I get why.
It's not that shitty of a comparison. There's something I thought about. Just play devil's advocate right off the bat.
Okay.
I have noticed that Nick Mullen once said, and Nick Mullen's one of my favorite comedians. I think this was a little over the top negative, but to a degree, I agree with him. He said, stand-up comedy is the least important form of art in the world.
That is bullshit.
What he's saying with that is he's not talking about Louis, he's not talking about David Tell, he's not talking about Chappelle, any of these guys. Those guys are so important to free speech and American culture, and just like, those guys have probably saved lives with their jokes.
Yeah.
But those dudes are as famous as Tom Brady.
Okay, yeah.
We are talking about the local open mic comedy scene. We haven't made it.
That's a good point.
You've certainly made it further than I have. You're talking about being able to deny shows here. I can't even get these motherfuckers to pick me up or get me an Uber for something that's an hour away.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like it sounds like we're stroking ourselves.
Oh, not at all. I'll be the first to admit I'm not shit, and I will be the first to admit that I could put in way more work to my craft. I'm just got a lot of stuff going on, and I can't put my attention 100% into anything. And I think if I did, I would be really, really active, and I'd be doing a lot better, but I'm always getting pulled 6 ways, which is fun, but I do my best. The thing is that the comedy thing is, in general, because if we're speaking about it locally, Phoenix-wise, but somebody is listening to this in Indiana, a lot of fucking do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they might not know what the fuck Bull Shooters is, or they might not know what the fuck, what Peoria is, but they're having all the same issues and stuff wherever they're at. So it kind of any open mic scene is going to be the same scene, and I think it's fucking awesome that no matter what part of the country you're in, if you're near a big city, you can do what we're doing.
That is awesome.
There's nothing that makes us cooler than anybody else. You know why? Because fucking some dude in Indiana could be killing it right now that we've never heard of. He's never heard of us. But if he came here and we did a spot together, we'd be like, damn, dude, you're really good. I like that joke and blah, blah, blah. And it translates no matter where you are.
True. Okay. I feel like we need a punchline real quick.
I don't know. Bitches be lying.
Bitches do be lying. I'm almost done with this poll, dude. I'm sorry. I'm being rude.
He got distracted.
So I'm going to put 4 options in the captions for the poll. Is going to be 30 plus minutes of comedy talk on a podcast you're listening to. Option 1, love it. Option 2, it's fine.
I got another argument for that too. Is that if you tuned in to, let's say, a Formula One podcast with a bunch of Formula One drivers, and they started talking about, like, I don't know, beekeeping, wouldn't you be mad?
No.
Wouldn't you be like, I want to hear you guys talk about fucking Formula One?
No, you gotta give me a better example.
Why are you talking about bees?
I'm not interested in Formula One.
What are you interested in?
Football.
Okay, a bunch of football players, and they start talking about baseball. You'd be like, I don't want to hear about fucking baseball.
No, but I do want to hear them talk about bees. I actually am now, you didn't hear my argument. I don't want to hear them talk, I want to hear them talk about it a little bit. But I want to listen to it because I like football, and I want to hear what these guys think about outside of football. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's so hard. I'm trying to think of, like, okay, so imagine you terminate people. What's the final option here after skip button? Like, the opposite of love it.
Hate it?
Well,
You're the opposite of love it, and you did not like it.
No, that's not funny enough, Mike. How about kill yourself?
Yeah, kill yourself is a good one. Here's an example. As us both being comedians, when there's not a comedy involved thing like a podcast that we do, or Mike did, or blah blah blah, then what do you enjoy when it's just Joey time? Tell me about yourself.
Okay. What do I enjoy when it's just Joey time? The story's up. Go vote, everybody. Well, I love, like I just said, football. But when there's not football on, like right now, I don't really want to do anything besides hang out by myself.
Yeah.
I want to, like, listen to podcasts while I smoke. I play with Clay. I jerk off. Like, maybe if other comedians, or let's say the Cowboy Show guys, if they want to hang out, sure. And honestly, other friends too, but I don't really have any other friends besides comedians out here.
Me neither.
So my only hobby is really going to do that. And my girlfriend and I get in arguments about this all the time.
Yeah. Oh, me too, yeah.
She's the one, she always wants to go out. She fucking loves it, bro.
I know.
I don't have a car, I don't have very much money. So going out for me is, okay, I'm now 45 minutes from home. I can't hear anything else anybody's ever saying.
I have the same problem as Danielle always wants to go out and do shit. I'm like, why can't we just stay here and drink and put on a movie?
But dude, it actually makes her mad.
I'd be so content. I'd be like, oh.
Dude, it actually makes her mad.
I'm relaxed. I'm drinking. We got fucking Star Wars or something on. I'm super content. And she's just like, we haven't done anything all that.
For real. It's like, I mean, dude, then go do something and just come back and chill.
I know, yeah, exactly. Fucking, I'm the same way as she's always like, we haven't done anything in 2 days, and I was like, I love the fact that we haven't done anything.
Exactly.
I'm so happy about that.
I used to force myself to go out and try and find parties, and I would get so, FOMO, right? You're old.
Yeah.
You know FOMO, right?
You're missing out.
I used to get that so bad to the point where it made me want to die. And now, because I do comedy 3-4 days a week, that's my going out. Those are the people I want to see. That's what I want to do when I go out. I don't care anymore.
I absolutely got like that too. I was like, if I want to go out, I want to work on a new bit, or I want to do stuff. Like, I don't want to leave the house unless it's productive towards my interests. And so, like, I mean, I do shit. Like, I took my girlfriend and her daughter to fucking the new Lilo and Stitch movie. Like, I do leave the house and do shit.
You have to, otherwise you won't have a girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. But for me, I'm like, I don't want to fucking move unless, like, it's progressing me in some way. And I just kind of got like that.
We just talked about Mike's girlfriend. I have to go come. I'll be right back.
You have to go what?
Come.
How long does that take?
30 seconds.
Oh, man. If I could jerk off in 30 seconds and get the job done, I'd be so happy. Bro, you know how I'm talking to him while he's in the bathroom. You know how if you go on like Pornhub, the videos are like 10 to 12 minutes long on average?
Yeah.
Don't you hate when you have to jerk off and you get to the end of the video and have to find a new video?
Like, hold on, I'm pissing. But I think you said when you have to find a new video.
You gotta go to the second video? That's so annoying.
Hold on. Sorry.
I don't get how small his bladder is. It doesn't make sense to me. I drank it. This is my fourth beer. I'm still good.
Dude, I'm sorry that I was a premature baby.
Oh my god, I was too. I was born with my intestines outside my body.
God said I only have enough time to put in too much funny, not enough bladder.
No, but okay. So let's say this is the scenario: you put on a video, you're into it, you jerk it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have to skip past the story part because everybody's fully closed, and that's not doing anything for me.
Okay.
So I got to skip to the part where I start seeing tits and stuff. So I put on the video, I skip probably 3-4 minutes down, and then there's naked people and they're doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I start jerking off, and then I get to the end of the video, and I haven't come yet, and now I got to go in like related videos and fucking find a second one and stop, and it starts over.
Let me give you a suggestion on that. Find the video before you actually start jerking. You know, there's a pre-jerk when you're looking at porn.
I don't think I appreciate
You're like kind of like pressing yourself a little bit. Like, that might be nice. Okay, this one's good. I've seen this one. Oh, this is new, right?
Yeah.
Before you actually start jerking off, pick the first video and spend a few minutes picking it.
Okay.
Like, don't even be touching your dick yet while you're looking for it. And then you do find the right one. And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm fucking myself by having to go halfway through every video.
Yeah. You know what's funny to me about that is like I have heard the direct opposite, and I'm the same way. I like porn where I know the story.
Yeah, you like the lead up.
Dude, I love two chicks that are like they're like hanging out. They're like hanging out, and like it's like a chick thing where it's like one of them doesn't actually like the other one as much as they say they do.
What do you think about like the free use videos?
It's fine. I don't watch. I thought I came up with this joke. It was actually Mark Norman came up with it. I don't watch porn with guys in it. Like I do jerk off to trans porn and lesbian porn exclusively. My favorite is transfixed. It's when a trans chick bangs out a lesbian.
Yeah, I hope my girlfriend never hears this because I'll never hear the end of it.
Oh, she's gonna start transitioning.
You watch trans porn, and it's basically instead of a dude, it's a dude with tits fucking a girl. It's kind of like double girls almost. It's not really. I understand.
That's my point, right?
But instead of a dude fucking a chick, it's a dude with tits that's hot with like makeup on fucking the girl.
That's drag, though. See, I'm so Gen Z that I think of it a different way.
Really?
Like, now it's not they just put on the makeup and a wig and a skirt. Now they're like, dude, they're like,
They got like fake tits. They're like full blown.
dude, some
You just didn't get the dick cut off.
No, I think that's gross. I actually am not attracted to that.
Okay.
Like girls that like make a fucking Play-Doh pussy. No, I'm not into that.
So I can get my point across. I'm not saying I'm into trans girls. What I'm saying is if you think a dude fucking a chick is hot, then how about a dude that looks like a chick fucking a chick should be hotter.
Mark Norman's done that. It's less gay as well. That's the Mark Norman joke because he likes trans chicks or whatever. My point is, dude, like it's not like it was when the word tranny came out because you were probably in high school when people were like, "What the fuck is this?" Now they take that medication, that plastic surgery.
I was in high school. That meant your transmission on your car. That's how old I am.
Look for a story to come out about Mike this week banging a tranny. It's not what you thought it was.
The gears were sharp.
Wait. I had a point on this.
It was a Mark Norman bit, blah, blah, blah.
Right. So it's like, that is less gay, like he says, but then it's almost like, I'm not attracted to somebody who's doing drag. I'm attracted to somebody who's like, okay, I think being a dude is so gross that I'm going to be a chick now.
There is almost a downfall of tranny porn, and this is what it is. It's like hot to see a glowy-looking dude who's not a dude. Gotta be PC so I don't get canceled. But fucking Somebody that's transitioned, they got tits, they got long hair, they got makeup, they look hot. But they got a dick and they're fucking another hot chick, which is fine. But sometimes that video takes a dark turn. And the dark turn is where
big black
they flip over and the guy, or, no way. I'm thinking of a different kind of thing.
That for me is like I ordered fries and getting onion rings. I'm fine with that.
Sometimes they get fucked, and that's hard.
Bro. So you ever have like a friend that you tell about something sexually? Maybe it's like a black friend, right? Or in this case, it's a Christian friend, and you tell them about a certain porn you like or something you're into sexually, and they like makes them super uncomfortable because of their like whole personality that they're faking.
Yeah.
One of my best friends is hardcore Catholic.
And-
Goes to Bible study, but he's not like a dick about it. He's not like always telling me like you shouldn't do that. The Lord wouldn't like that.
Oh,
That girl I was talking about at the beginning of the podcast that Dustin Hadlock freaked out at.
okay.
Found out she was a trans girl like the day afterwards.
Okay.
And me and him were talking about how hot this girl was the whole night, and I'm like, I gotta tell you something, brother. You gay?
Oh, yeah. The problem with that is, and I don't think it's a real thing anymore. I think people are way more open about it now. But like back in the day, they used to not tell you until you took their pants off.
Yeah, that's wrong. I think that's wrong.
They used to keep that shit to themselves until the last minute.
No, like there are people that think that that's disgusting, and as long as you're going to treat that person like another citizen, I don't care if you think that. If you're a trans person, you have to tell the person before you whip your dick out. That's not fair.
It should be a rule.
Absolutely should be a rule.
No problem with you being trans, just
If I have a giant mole on my dick, I'm gonna tell. I have a small dick. I bring that up before I bring the shit. I do it.
okay, so that point, as a guy, that you don't have to disclose. I would say.
But you should. Legally, no, you don't, I guess. But you should.
Legally?
Legally, sure. It's the same thing with boy pussy. You gotta. Is that not what we're calling trans?
I don't know.
I'm so sorry, trans people. I don't want to be.
I would assume that if you're a girl, you just assume everybody has a small dick. And if you find out otherwise, it's like a nice surprise.
I think you're wrong about that. I think women are like, they get this fantasy in their head that, oh, I like this guy, he must have a big dick.
This is why we need a girl on the show.
No, we're not doing it.
We're never having a girl on the show?
Dude, I am in, there's some girls in the comedy scene out here that I think about a lot, okay? Still,
Oh, jerking off.
I don't want to fucking have to sit next to them for an hour. They're girls. That's not how this shit goes.
Cooties?
Neither of us. Okay, I bang trans chicks, right? But I'm not like a bi guy that's like Ian Finance. Like I can have a conversation with a girl.
Yeah.
I just learned how to talk to them. I'm not sitting down with one of them and talking to them about this.
Okay. So, I see your point. There's some people, but
Wait, I'm sorry.
I feel like you get the same thing with guys. Like there's a lot of guy comics I wouldn't want to sit down and talk with for an hour. Ooh.
I've been interrupting you this whole episode. I just wanted to say, a girl guest comic all day, bro. All day. If we want to have 3 a week, whatever. I'm not hosting the show with a girl.
Well, okay, let's not host, but have them on.
Of course, bro. Have 3 of them on a row. Have 3 of them at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Oh, you want to get into controversial stuff?
Yes.
We're going to get in trouble for this.
I don't care. It's a fun podcast.
So, girls feel like they're misrepresented in comedy because there's, let's say, 80 of us and 20 of them, or whatever. You get a ratio. But then they're like, girls don't get enough representation in comedy and blah, blah, blah. And then all these guy comics are trying to fuck me all the time and blah, blah, blah. And so we need to really speak out for our girls scene. And guys have this stigma that girls aren't as funny as guys and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well,
Stigma.
okay. But I think that's because a lot of girls are not willing to do comedy.
Sure.
And if there's less of them, there's going to be less funny ones.
Can I just tell you right off the bat?
I told you we're getting canceled for this, but
Can I tell you right off the bat what I'm thinking?
there are girls that are hilarious.
Of course there are. There's also a white cornerback named Harrison Smith. He's one of the best.
Okay.
Does it mean white people are good at cornerback? No, it doesn't.
You know Harrison Smith is a safety, right?
Sorry, safety. It would work better for the joke, too. Fuck you, Mike. No one else would have picked that up. You're not even a Vikings fan to know that is legendary.
No, not about football.
Look, my point is, before I wanted to be a comedian, I wanted to be a comedian when I turned around 10.
Yeah.
Before that, I wanted to play in the NFL. And there's white football players, and some of them are the best players of all time. Tom Brady, Brett Favre, fucking Adam Thielen is my favorite player in history.
But there's less of them.
My point is, does that mean that white people could ever be as good as black people at football? No.
Well, I mean, Tom Brady's the best dude to ever play football, ever.
Eminem's the best rapper of all time. He's white, right?
Yeah,
It can be done. I'm not saying that it couldn't be that someday a girl is the best comedian in history.
You know Tech Nine could smoke Eminem, right?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't actually believe that at all. I just re-listened to Relapse. I don't know how you could say that if you've re-listened to Relapse. I relapsed, bro. I almost started jerking off. That album is so amazing. My point is, bro, someday there could be the best comic of all time as a girl. It will never be. Most of the time, comedians are girls.
Do you know who one of my favorite comics when I was growing up before I started doing comedy was? Wanda Sykes. Wanda Sykes was hilarious.
When did you find out you were gay?
Why does that make me gay? I don't think somebody's funny.
I'm an amazing actor, Mike. That was a riff. I'm sorry.
I get what you're doing.
Okay.
But I'm saying it's like Wanda Sykes was hilarious. I loved Wanda Sykes. She was one of my favorite comics. Janine Garofalo was hilarious, but she's probably a lesbian, so I don't know if that counts. Is she on our team or their team?
Both. She's a switch hitter. She's a switch hitter.
She's a switch hitter. What I'm saying is, like, I'm not saying girls can't be funny. I'm just saying if you have 80% dudes and 20% females, there's going to be less of you. And I don't.
That's not what you're upset about.
I don't think they should feel like, oh, like we get more chances. I'm like, there's more of us. That's all it is.
No. Let me go off for a second.
Okay.
Let me go off for a second.
I told you we're getting canceled. I'm fine with getting canceled.
Here's what I'll say. Melody Morris, Anna Mesa, Jess Neighbors, right? Let's burn a bridge here for a second.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Those girls, I wasn't expecting it. I thought I was going to think that they were the worst. They're actually legitimately funny. I like them as people. They don't show me the time of day. I'm not trying to make this a thing.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm still just as good as them, right? Like, I would say I'm at their level.
Sure, but
They're getting booked 5 times as me because they have they're like amazing faces and perfect vaginas. That's what's happening there.
I just figured out the angle you're getting at.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care anymore. Like, that's what it is. It's once they start saying that shit, I'm like, guys, no one's calling me out for getting to be on book shows every week. Did you think it's because you're fucking hilarious? No. You could be a model, but you're not on for comedy. That's why you're on every single one of them.
This is why we call the podcast Burning Bridges. No, I understand. And the thing is, too, is like when you're making a lineup, if you think about it from a booker's perspective, I think these people are very funny. This person, this person, this person. You start looking at the lineup and you go, shit, these are all guys.
One thing I've always liked about
We need to put a girl in here.
I don't agree with that. Who the fuck says that? I know, and I've made shows myself before, and immediately I go, oh god, I need like 3 of them.
And a black guy.
We're gonna have to account for this. I'm gonna have to put Rob, maybe, then Chris Banks, then a chick. Okay, then we maybe go back to it in Chung.
But no, the thing is we got a nation, we're good. This is a diversity hire. No, the thing is that I definitely think from a booker's perspective, it's like you need to not just have a lineup that's the same thing. Oh, and that's the other thing I was going to talk about.
Can I jump in for one? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I've been talking this whole time. I feel like
No, you can.
I do want to specify I came off as a little bit of an incel there. I'm not saying that girls can't be at all.
I came off as an insult.
What I'm saying is that triggered me a little bit when you said girls in the scene lately are complaining that it's more of a place where not four girls, and then anyone else with a pussy is getting like unbelievably more booked. And I'll say it right now to the camera: you're as good as me. You might be slightly better. You're not amazing. You don't deserve every single one of those spots. It's because you're hot as fuck. Sorry.
I will say one of my favorite comics in Phoenix ever has been Celia Contreras.
Yeah, I'd fuck her. No.
She's as good as anybody. But that's what I'm saying is if there's only 20 people and only 3 of them are good, that's because of numbers. That's a number game. It's not because girls aren't as funny as guys or this or that or this or that. It's that if there's less of you, there's going to be less funny of you. Also, it's not a fucking we hate girls. You're not funny. All you want to talk about is your fucking periods or whatever. I've heard the fucking...
I'm not even agreeing with that.
I've heard of the stereotypes, and that's not true. It's that if there's less of you, there's going to be less funny people. It's the same as if there's fucking less people in a state, there's going to be less professional athletes coming out of that state. That's all it is a numbers game. So it needs to not be taken personally. It needs to be addressed more. And they say shit because they feel uncomfortable because there's all these fucking shit-faced dudes like hitting on them and flirting with them all the time. I get that. But it's the same thing that you can't say we're not as represented. If there's less of you. That's my point.
Let me swing back in a way that I'll be ever able to work with a girl comedian ever. Okay? Let me and I'll burn a bridge while I do it too.
Burning bridges.
Let's take 3 Phoenix open mic comedians that are all chicks.
Okay.
All of them are cute. We got Anna Mesa, Jocelyn Porter, and Jess Neighbors, right? I want you to think about those 3 female comedians.
Okay.
Who goes out the most to open mics out of those 3?
Jocelyn?
No, she goes out the most, right?
Yeah.
Who gets booked for least? Those 3. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I just use a woman as an example and prove my fucking point? Who's the funniest out of those 3? Jocelyn?
Yeah.
Jocelyn? And I love her.
She's going to work.
And I love Jess too, but it's like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that there's a reason that there's not a reason.
That's why Celia Contreras is so funny, is because Celia will go in there and she's like, I dare somebody sexually harass me, I'll stab him.
That's my point. And I use Jocelyn as an example because I think Jocelyn's hot.
We're going to have Jocelyn.
Anna and Jess are hotter.
If she watches us and agrees to be on the show, I'm going to invite her.
She loves me.
My girlfriend tried to kidnap her one time.
Drew Lopez apparently smacked my girlfriend on the back last week. Let's get into that. Let's burn that bridge.
Oh, I like Drew Lopez.
I like her too. I got something to ask.
Drew Lopez, he wants to have a threesome with you.
No,
Okay.
She looks like a non-binary Arya Stark, but I don't want to have a threesome with Drew Lopez.
She got mad one time. I posted on Facebook. She looks like the guy version of Rodney Radke.
Oh.
She didn't think that was funny. Should I call her right now?
Mike, dude, why'd you say that?
Should I invite her? Her or Jocelyn? Pick one.
Mike, if you call her, you fucked us now. Because either you call her or you don't. And if you don't call her, it's going to make us look like pussies. But if you do, I have to ask her why she socked my girlfriend on the back.
It's good content. Hold on.
You son of a bitch.
I do anything for good.
I don't want to do this right now.
I guarantee because we have a tradition on this show where every time I fucking try to call somebody, they don't answer.
Please don't let her answer.
Do you think it's smarter to call her on Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger?
Do you have her number?
No.
Then Instagram.
Instagram, okay.
Oh, God.
What are you so scared about?
I don't want to do this on the pod.
Stop being a bitch. We're making content here.
Dude, it would really upset my girlfriend, so...
Oh. Slapped her on the back, like, aggressively? Oh.
Yeah, she wasn't, like, scared or upset, but she thinks it was because she was flirting with her Indian girlfriend. We're gonna ask. Not Haley wasn't flirting with any Indian girlfriend. It was an Indian boyfriend that was hitting on her. And Haley was trying to ignore it, but Drew Lopez saw it, and then immediately did that afterwards. Like gave her a hug.
She's gonna wonder. I haven't talked to her in like months. She's gonna.
You fucking asshole! I didn't know she's her.
I am friends with her, but
This is weird.
I don't call people every day. Wait, what's happening?
Oh, please don't answer. Please, sir.
I don't think she's answering. I think
Okay.
you're safe. I'll text her and let her know we're doing a podcast.
Can you at least in parentheses put it's not that serious? Oh my god, I just fully pussied out. No, I was gonna do it, and if we see her tonight, I don't know if we're going to the mics. If we see her tonight, I am gonna ask her about it. But it's like,
So
I don't want to do it filmed.
I was gonna say, we're doing a podcast. Do you want to be on it? Answer the call. No, I don't talk to everybody all the time. When I see you guys out, like I say hi and stuff, but I don't fucking keep up with everybody. I talk to you way more than any other comic.
No, what I'm saying is like, I guess that is the theme of the show. Even if we don't know her that well, that would have been hilarious if she answered.
Just be like, hey, you're on a podcast.
I am gonna ask her about it. You know that, right? You believe me?
Yeah.
In person. I just thought it'd be too aggressive to do it over phone call. You know?
It'd be funnier on the podcast.
I'm gonna do it when it's like people there, and hopefully she just goes, "Yeah, I'm sorry, man."
So describe this though.
Okay, yeah.
Slapped her on the back like meanly, or like
So my girlfriend,
slapped her ass to like be like, hey, bitch.
that would be crazy. My girlfriend, very dramatic for the record. I'll say that, but I do believe her when she says stuff like this. She says that she was sitting at the bar, and this Indian comic, I can't remember his name. Apparently, it's some guy who does comedy. And she thinks that Drew and this dude are dating. And
Okay.
apparently, while she was at the bar, this guy starts hitting on her. And she's like, kind of being, like, trying to be nice, like, yeah, I'm not, I'm just going to walk away now. And she walks past Drew, who's sitting with a bunch of other comics, while she's at Gracie's. And she's like, hey, Drew. And Drew stands up, visibly drugged, apparently, allegedly, and goes like this to her. I'm going to try and get in the camera. It gives her a hug like this and, like, smacks her on the back.
Okay.
And my girlfriend was like, dude, it actually hurt.
Okay.
That's why I brought it up. And I was like, at first I was like really upset because I thought it was an Indian dude that I really don't like that does comedy out here. But this other dude I don't know. And so I don't really give that much of a fuck. But I do want to ask her and be like, well, why'd you do that?
I think she was just drunk and just put a little too much aggression into the hug, and you guys are overthinking it.
I forgot a part of the story. I'm sorry. This is on me.
Jesus Christ.
So they were right by the bathroom when this happened. And if you go to Gracie's, you know, there's the Coke bathroom. It's the non-binary one between the two ones.
I don't know anything about that bathroom, Joe.
If you're blowing a line or blowing a guy, go to that one.
I've never been in there before. For any reason.
I went in there with Animesa once. It was sick. We did something with a different comedian in there, but that's Animesa. Anyway, God, I'm fucking cool. People should respect me more. Anyway, they were walking past that area to the bathroom, and so Haley follows her into the girls' bathroom,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Hey, did you just do that on purpose? Like, did I do something to upset you?" And she goes, "Yeah, I'm sorry." Allegedly, like that, and then walks out of the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Haley told me. So I want to ask her and be like, yo, is this because you're the Indian girl?
And she said,
I haven't asked her yet. I thought
cliffhangered on the story.
we were going to get the answer on the pod.
Well, I just think, I don't know, bitch. If we talk about somebody, I'm more than willing to call them what we're talking about.
Fuck, it's already 6:30. Are we hitting the mic?
I don't think I can because nobody's around to watch my grandmother.
Let's see. Well, that sucks. But what else is there? Ooh, is Hitaway Lounge tonight? Is Phoenix on your way back?
Yeah, I guess so. Hideaway?
Yeah, it's already too late for signing up, actually. I'm probably just not going to go.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing a thing.
I'm on a big show tomorrow.
What's that?
The Laughing Barrel. Not sure if you've heard of it.
When you brag about something and then you call it the laughing barrel, that makes me just bummed out for you.
That was the joke, Mike.
Oh. Are you going to perform in front of a bunch of barrels?
Apparently, we have 13 tickets sold, so.
Oh, Jesus.
Hell.
No, God, I had a point here. trying to remember. What were we on?
We were talking about hot comics.
Hot comics? We can do hot comics.
No, we already did that. Let's do something
Got
better.
it already.
Let's do
I would say at least hot comics, but somebody already did a bit like that on the podcast and
I don't want to do that.
they got in a lot of trouble.
Mike, I like being offensive when when I feel like it's gonna make me chuckle.
Yeah. Somebody did a podcast a couple years ago where they listed the least unfuckable female comics, and there was like they signed a petition and I don't do mics anymore.
I know a guy, I won't say his name, I won't burn this bridge. It's already been burned. There's your hint. I know this comedian that banged another comedian that we know. And she is a bit older. And this guy can fuck for real. Like he puts it down. Not that I've experienced, but he's told me.
I banged another older comedian and she died.
She
Not because of me.
maybe though. Like maybe it kind of just she was like
Maybe that was. She's like, God, I fucked my Mees. This is the end.
yeah, like it could have been a subconscious thing like that. Dude, I wish I could have saved her. But he was having sex with this older comedian that we both know, and I won't say who it was.
Okay.
And she started bleeding all over his sheets. And he was so depressed at the time that it like soaked through, he like let it soak through his mattress and then just never took care of it.
I almost know who it is.
Yeah, you do. How long have we been going here?
2 hours. Does he have a?
Don't. No. He tried to pull my pants down during a fight. It was Cade McCoy. I don't fucking care. What are we doing? Am I gonna say the name? Wait.
Who he fucked up? That we can't.
That's not nice.
Okay. I want an older comedian. Phyllis Borden.
I don't know who that is.
That would be a hilarious poll if you knew who that was.
No, it won't surprise you when I say it. So
Oh, she's
I'm not gonna do it on
90 years old.
No,
She's still doing comedy. She's got red hair. She's great.
no, I'm gonna stop giving. I'm not gonna give any more details.
This is called burning bridges. This is why we do this.
I don't want to be mean to women. You know what I mean? Like I want to like say rude stuff about them and that they're not funny and I want to fuck them, but I don't want to say stuff like that.
They were mean to me first.
Women in general.
Do you know? That's just in general. You know, Sylvia owes me a car.
She owes KJ like fucking $4,000.
There you go.
Who cares though? You guys think you can get stuff from her? You won't. So
Fine, I love Sylvia. I just
because you think you can get stuff from her.
you stress me out.
No one would be as cool to her. I'll go out on a limb right now doing that bridge. No one would be as nice to her as they are.
No, you know what it is I respect good comedy, and she's a good comic.
She's an amazing comedian.
As much as she can piss me off, I still like her.
I'm saying that people are mean to me, but they can't get anything from me.
Yes.
I watch people that rolled their eyes at her jokes. Literally, I'm standing next to them, and she's got all the crowd to come in because it was at the time Kill Tony's happening. Watch them roll their eyes at the jokes she's making while they're sitting in the crowd with me, and now they want to be best friends.
Actually, my girlfriend had a good idea the other day where she wants me to do like my best 10 minutes. And you know the set I do a lot of the time.
Like, no.
She wants me to post that online, and then once I post it, I can't ever do it again. So it would motivate me to be like, well, all my best jokes are gone now. So like my best 10 is gone. So now I gotta like pretend like I'm like year one comic again.
If you're going to do that, why not make a showcase out of it?
Well, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna call somebody like it's not called Stir Crazy anymore.
So crazy.
Mic Drop Mania?
I love Mike Drop Mania so
That would be like a place that I could burn that material out.
I burned that bridge this week.
Oh, are you talking about Aguileras?
It's called Years.
Oh, I'm white.
Jordan Aguilar, know that comic.
It starts at 9. We got plenty of time.
We moved that to Mondays. Tonight is KJ's. It's a different Aguila's. It's called Aguila Hideaway, the Nugget or something. It's ridiculous.
No, Nugget is a comedy contest, and you can win $75.
Wait a minute. You're talking about KJ and Ryan's mic?
There's 2 Aguilas.
Yeah, you're talking about Cole's.
Yeah.
Cole's they moved to Mondays. I went to it on Monday. It was still just as fucked. Walked the black chick, and then after I was done, Cole got up there and he goes, I don't know what the fuck that was. Even though I didn't do that bad, kind of upset me a little bit.
Yeah, I liked one of my favorite ones was I did my Ethiopian food joke. And the black guy just went, nope, and turned around and faced it back to me my rest of my set. I was like, well, that didn't go well.
I'm sorry, sir. Are you Ethiopian? And if so, did I really ruin your night by doing that?
I was like, how many people do you know in Ethiopia?
This girl, I was doing a joke about the N-word and how like a comedian can, every open mic comedian could just say it and cause a war
We could.
at every open mic. And this girl goes, this black chick goes, not unless you want to get punched in the motherfucking mouth. And every comic, because there's only these two girls, two Mexican guys, and the rest are comedians. Everyone's like, so that's when I pull out the side shooter. I go, I don't have $50 cash, miss. We left immediately.
I don't have any money. Don't rob me.
No, it was a black prostitute joke. It wasn't a fucking black rob me
I
joke.
want $40.
That sucks. That's probably what they thought too, huh? That sucks.
Well, if you can fucking, if you got $40 in your pocket, you can get a blowjob from somebody.
I'll never hire a prostitute, bro. I went to a strip club once, never went back.
Well, you got a girlfriend now. You don't have to.
That's not the reasoning, dude. My girlfriend wouldn't. No, she's chill about that. She wouldn't care if I went to a strip club. She's confident enough in herself enough. I went to one in Pittsburgh once, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, I wasn't allowed to get any alcohol.
Is there anybody in Pittsburgh? I want to fuck.
There's a couple of girls I fucked up. No, I only fucked one of them, and she left her tampon in my cousin's garbage can. But classy gal. She actually was awesome.
Right there.
Got me kicked out of my aunt's house because she was my weed dealer, and I said, put it anywhere besides the mailbox.
You know, at that point, your ass is an option, right?
Dude, my aunt smokes weed every day. They kicked me out for that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, roommate trauma. We were talking about that. What were we saying before?
You hate Cade.
I've tried to be cool with Kid. Apparently, he still gets coked out and talk shit about me. Let's go around too, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, wow, I made myself sound very nervous after I said that. I went, no, dude, you try to pull my pants down in front of kids, little kids, while we were fighting the last time. I'll take both of you physically.
The kids?
If the kids want to get in on it, sure.
I should punch both those kids straight in the face.
I was trying to reference a John Gotti clip that was on History Hyenas this week. Just this old gangster in the media comes up to him. Fat old guy's like, I'll take both of you physically right now. Why can't comedians be like that? Why do we have to be like, why do we have to post other people's fucking shows on our Instagram stories and go, can't wait for this, it's gonna be sick. You're not on it. You don't think that. Shut the fuck up.
You're mad that you're not sure.
Whoops.
And that you're being passive aggressive.
It's them trying to suck dick so that maybe
You're so close to the microphone. Look at your fucking blurry ass voice right there. You're this far from the microphone.
Mike, if it was, I'm posting this to be an asshole, like it'd be like, fuck these guys, I'm posting this ironically, I have no problem with that. These people literally will post other people's shows on their Instagram story.
Yeah.
I came back to save the game.
I will only do that for Tristan. Tristan has shall promote it for him.
But you are friends with that guy. That's not what I'm talking about.
Why are they posting it?
Because a dick sucker. Like,
Yeah, I would say I was kind of like that at the beginning, but I'm not anymore.
that's fine. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with somebody being like that. I used to go to people's shows, and then once I realized, oh, this is literally just to be an ass kisser. No.
I actually generally enjoyed it when I did it, but then I kind of got jaded, I guess.
Should we check the poll? I have my Instagram notification.
Check the poll. Let's see what that says.
Let's see what people are saying right now. Now remember, this is only non-comedians that are answering so far. Okay.
It looks 100% equal on all levels.
Okay, it's not.
Except, love it.
We've only got 3 votes so far, but only 17 people have seen the story, and we specified that it was non-comics. But so far, keep in mind the options are love it, it's fine, skip button, or 30 plus years, kill yourself.
Yes.
Or 30 plus minutes. There's 1 vote for each besides love it.
That's because everybody probably thinks if you do a lot of comedy content on your podcast, you're just trying to be Joe Rogan.
Okay, but here's the other thing. All three of the people who have voted are comedians, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Yeah, we don't have an answer.
Listen,
Yet.
even when you give instructions.
We don't have an answer yet. Oh, I thought I had a notification, but 1,657 people liked my comment. That was what the notification was for.
Humble brag.
There's a picture of the Cavender twins next to Shadur Sanders, and the caption says, Cavender twins NIL earnings $4 million, Shadur Sanders signing bonus $447,000. So then they put under that, who deserves it more, and I commented, well, I've certainly never blown my love to Sanders twice in an afternoon.
I have.
See, this is why I don't need to go to other people's shows. When you're on that level, when you're reading Instagram posts like a fucking college defense going, guys, I got it.
Yeah.
Trip's right.
Oh, God. Run a post route. I'm mad we didn't get Drew on. I will say that if we're going to wrap up the show, fucking Drew could answer.
Well, a lot of people have.
We had some answers.
So what we'll do is I won't talk to her about it if like tonight I see her. We'll save it for the show.
Okay.
Because we have to now. I don't even want to do that, but we just made ourselves look like gigantic pussies by the way I freaked out a little bit, and then she didn't answer. So we have to still do that.
I want to do it just for the controversy.
Same. I don't. My girlfriend's probably over exaggerating, dude. She does that, but it's still funny.
Maybe your girlfriend's just little and weak and she hugged her and it was too much.
She is. I'm not gay, but like Drew Lopez is not.
I didn't say that, Drew. Love you.
I love you too. I think you're a great comedian. Don't hit my girlfriend.
Stop beating my girlfriend.
Stop beating my girlfriend's ass over me, Drew.
Oh God, I got beat up by Celia Contreras one time. Like I did an open mic after it was over. She literally took me to the ground because she knows like jujitsu and
No,
stuff.
she doesn't.
Yes, she does.
Mike.
She like took me down and armbarred me, but she's 4 times my size. I couldn't defend myself.
Was she the same physical embodiment of what she? I know it was mean to say. I meant that in a different way. I meant, is she the same physically right now?
Yes.
Mike, what are you talking about?
She put a weight on me and I couldn't stand up anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you were probably drunk when she initially launched.
I don't have any moves when I'm drunk.
Yeah. But that would get me too, bud.
I can't armbar anybody when I'm fucking drunk.
What kind of man could get up from under that? I thought you meant she straight up, you guys went hand to hand, and she, let Steven sit up.
Oh, she took me to the ground and like pinned me.
I'll take both of you physically right now. God, dude, you know what I want, Mike?
What?
Dude, please get us a soundboard. You're a tech guy, you pretend to be.
Like, one that has like the down, down, down sound and shit.
Like, I press a button, and while the button's being pressed, I record what goes into that.
Okay.
Or a computer uploads it, and so anytime
Talking about.
it's like, maybe it's like we're about to say something really racist towards black people, I hit a button that goes, I ain't touching it! Like something like that.
Okay, can we get a soundboard where one of the buttons is the N-word and I just can... It says it for me, I don't have to say it myself.
I think we can get away with that if it's not hard. This podcast used to do that. That's what's up.
Yeah.
And it would say it then.
It just says the N-word and I was like, so this comedian came on the stage the other night and he was up, and then I hit the button and it says it and I was like, I didn't say it.
What about if, like, you know how, like, Epstein this week, they released the video, and it's definitely he didn't kill himself, but they had some guy from the Justice Department go on and be like, I've been in this system for quite some time. He's definitely fine. Like, what if we did something like that where we just be that guy?
We could do that, yeah.
What were you talking about before? Why did I say that?
I was talking about the N-word.
But I'm not saying we have an N-word on the line, but we have a black person record them just saying the soft A. Right? And he can be like our kind of lawyer for that if anybody has a problem. We're like, please contact this number and like some like half Asian, half white chick has a problem with us. She calls the number. All of a sudden, Mario Spice answers, and she's like, "I didn't realize."
Yeah. We gave them a pass.
Yeah.
Think we're good. Oh my god. Do you think we should wrap it up?
I think we should wrap it up.
All right.
It's been a good time, man. This is a good episode.
It's been a fun one.
I'm interested to see what the poll says.
The poll says, "Don't vote if you're a fucking comic," and nobody listened.
Yeah, it was kind of funny to ignore that.
Yeah.
Well, and the funny thing is, it was Michael Densmore, Gage Flick, and Patty McFaddy. All three guys wouldn't have voted if I hadn't put that in there. Anyway, at Joe Capuana, Instagram, so please subscribe.
We love you all. Thanks for listening, watching, whatever you're doing.
That's a good episode, bro.